And let's continue. Surprised my drink's not see-through. I also got my fox cups. Foxes are my favorite animals. I don't know if everyone knows that. I'm also a little anxious because our game for some reason was saying we couldn't save, but obviously it did. So I don't know what's up with that. Oh, that's not good. Why do I have 2 familiars? I have 2 jumping mice for some reason. I'm not gonna complain about it. But it is worrying.
I'm gone.
Duplication is a sign that something's the matter. Okay. What were we even doing last time? There was so much thrown at me. Okay, so we have a banner over the Citadel. We have to talk to Irabeth, definitely. She definitely needs someone to talk to. Dragon Hunt. Talk to the banner in the tavern. Okay. Find the missing Crusaders. Southern road away from the city. Talk to Inevia. Okay. The scales shed some light on the fate of the protector to learn her story. Okay. I found her claw. I don't know if that counts. I don't know where everybody is. Oh, everyone's everywhere throughout the city. Great. Let's go talk to Daeran. Actually, we'll make our way over. We haven't actually looked through the city on normal.
We do it my way.
We already have citizens in here? These are some bold citizens. We just took this place. Hello. I don't know about you guys, but I would not live in a fort that was just taken. I would move in like 20 years after it was taken. You know what? Daeran asks you not bothering to greet you properly. I've noticed a certain cyclical pattern in my life ever since I met you. First something happens that leaves me positively intrigued, then I descend... Yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't know, just move to a different country where there aren't a lot of demons. Also, hi, Fox. Foxy Fox. How are you doing? Then I descend... Thank you for following! First something happens that leaves me positively intrigued, then I descend into the depths of fear and anger, then I start to think that it's not so bad. The curiosity comes back, and then something even more dreadful occurs. He makes me sound like a whirlwind. But yeah, I guess you can't really move out of the whirlwind, because to your left is just a country full of undead, and then to your right is the craziness of the River Kingdoms, I think? If I'm remembering my geography right. Oh my gosh. I know. This is my first playthrough. Like, everything's brand new to me. I don't know what's gonna happen or anything. And I've tried my best to just go completely spoiler-free on everything. The demons attacking my home and the city around it was unpleasant enough already, but I thought I could compensate for that by striking up a curious acquaintance and having some new experiences. Then my dearest cousin threw me right into the middle of a crusade, and just when I started to see some positives in my current situation, the gargoyles kidnapped me. That's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, we just took back, oh my gosh, there's so many places. We just took back, the city of Dresden. The slaughter in Dresden following my triumphant rescue effectively put out every spark of optimism that I managed to gather. Now the city is in our hands again, and it's getting more and more tolerable to stay here. I feel surprisingly good, and I'm even beginning to find the city rather enjoyable. Really? This brings one very reasonable question to mind. What is the next outrageous and dangerous mess you're going to pull me into? That's a good question. So, what kind of character have you made that you've gone the farthest with? Ah, nice. Yeah, I'm playing an ASMR... Azadakin ASMR Witch is what I'm playing. Oh, cool. See, I can never play barbarians. I'm just not the frontline fighter type. I always need some kind of magic to back me up. I'm gonna say this one or this one. But yeah, I have a couple more perilous trials and insurmountable challenges in store just for you, Daeran. Does this list include the ordeal known as the Trial of the Cold Oatmeal? If not, then there's nothing to be afraid of. If you think I've shown you my weak spot, then you're wrong. It was deliberate misinformation. Okay. You have anything else to say? Okay. So I am surprised that we've gotten this far into the game. See, I don't like Camellia. Camellia? I never know how to pronounce her name correctly. Greetings. And she still has nothing to say to me. Yeah, she's just straight up mean. I mean, Daeran's kind of mean too, but he's mean in a more direct way. I don't know how to put it. At least he doesn't cover up his meanness.
Follow if you dare.
Okay. Melia had nothing to say, so let's go ahead see if the rest of the party has anything to say. Where's Tirabeth at? We have to talk to her. House. Here's Usually. We gotta talk to her too. She's new. Barracks. Blacksmith. Wilsarg Arms, Jewelry Trader, Arcane Weaver. Arcane Weaver, excuse me? What is that? Yeah, he owns being mean. Exactly. Man, it sucks that the coolest equipment is so expensive. Fire resistance 30, that's awesome. Man. I have so much to sell, though. Nah, I'll keep those. Actually, nah, I'll keep those. I might need them for other characters I don't usually play. I will say Daeran's probably my favorite. Ooh. But Daeran's probably my favorite character. And it's weird because when I started, I didn't like him that much. Thought he was mean. And he is. But he's a likable kind of mean. Camellia I knew immediately I wasn't gonna like. No, we're not gonna sell that. I love Woljif. I think it's a shame that one's not romanceable. Then again, I'm also mad at him for reasons I might not tell you. I don't know how okay you are with spoilers, so... Fire damage deal key. Okay. I'm really pissed at him for leaving the party. Like, I knew he was a coward, but I'm still mad about it. He had some, like, valuable magic equipment on his person when he left. Yeah, he took it with him. I was really mad. He took, like, one of my magical short swords. I was like, okay, leave, sure, but give me back my equipment. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. My mind's a little sensitive. I saw it before it left, you're right. Again, sorry about that. Yeah, it's real sensitive. We can sell some of our liquor, but I like to keep most of it. For reasons. Okay. I think... Oh, nice, that's 11,000 gold right there. Dope. Hmm. Hmm. That's fair. That's fair. But I've always liked characters that are a little rough around the edges, compared to, like, the knights that just seem perfect right off the bat, you know? I think those kind of characters that are just perfect off the bat are kind of boring. I need a little damage. Sounds really horrible when I say it out loud. Okay. Town looks good, Social's okay. He's not my favorite. Again, he's damaged, but not as much as some of the other characters, obviously. He has a bit of a bloodlust to him, which I thought was surprising. So you could consider that a negative quality that he has to get better at, but I don't care for him. He's not I don't feel like he has enough developing to do, is what I feel like. He doesn't have a lot to work on.
I'm off.
Unlike Daeran, who obviously has a lot to work on. Okay, that's the exit. I don't want to go to the exit. Where's Lan? Lan's over here. Thank God for maps. I'd never be able to find anybody. Okay. None of my party really has a lot to say, it would seem. And that's disappointing. I would have thought that a new chapter would have inspired new conversations, but I guess not. Am I coming? I'm so slow. Okay. Arsenoi. I don't know who that is. The girl's ruby eyes stare watchfully at passerbys, who don't notice her even at arm's length. She turns to you, her face a mixture of contemplation, sadness, and admiration. Those are complicated. They're amazing, aren't they? What are you doing here by the Umadean church? I'm watching. She nods at the city dwellers as they hurry past. I'm listening to their conversations, studying their faces. I'm trying to understand what they truly are. People. Have you learned anything new? They love cats. Arushale speaks in a very serious manner, as if sharing an important scientific discovery with you, but then a moment later she smiles to give the joke away. Why do you like to watch people? You know, in my old life, I thought I knew everything about them. I was a master of seduction, after all. I knew how to tempt a mortal into doing anything I required. I could trap them in a lie or lie myself. Or lie myself and never get caught. It's disgusting to remember, but that was my life for many centuries. Now I see I knew nothing. A demon warrior probably also considers himself an expert on mortals because he's killed so many of them. He certainly knows where to thrust the spear for a quick death, and where to thrust it for a long and painful one. And he thinks that's enough. My knowledge, it was of the same kind. I ruined many mortals without learning the first thing about them. Now I watch them to understand them. This won't give my victims back their lives, of course, but still. By growing closer to these mortals, it's like I'm paying back some part of my debt to my victims' memories. Seriously, have your observations of humans led to anything? I wouldn't want to draw any rash conclusions. I've only been watching them for a short while, but I think I have understood one thing. The succubi have a saying, mortals always lie. If a mortal isn't talking, it means she's busy lying to herself. Wow. That's... wow. But now I see this isn't true. You mortals aren't liars, you're dreamers. Each of you creates a huge daydream for yourself and everyone you share your life with. It isn't exactly a lie, because the daydream is your truth. Okay. I don't think she's being creepy at all. We are being attacked by demons with unusual powers. Do you know anything about them? Ursula thinks for a moment. Finally, she answers hesitantly. Back in Alushinira, there were rumors about terrible experiments that Baphomet and Discari performed on their troops to make them stronger. She's quite interesting. Yeah. Here on the material plane, these rumors were embellishing with lots of details. Some say the demons undergo rituals acquired from Zonkathon. Others say they feed on the blood of angels or telepaths or demon lords. Still others say that there are no experiments and Baphomet is just bringing back fighters from the future, a future in which the demons have already taken all of Galarian. I'm more inclined to say they feed on the blood of angels, because in the beginning we saw mongrels feeding on the blood of Asimar. So I'm more inclined to believe that part. Is there a grain of truth in any of these ramblings? There's no way to know. Naturally, none of these rumors give any indication of where these demons come from. I'm sorry I can't help. The only thing that's clear is that the lowly fighters in the Army of the Abyss are as puzzled by this as we are. This question scares me. May I ask you a personal question the kind of mortal might ask a succubus? What insensitive thing would we ask? Why does that matter? Tell me about yourself. Yeah, like, what would we ask? I'm afraid you won't like what I'm going to tell you. Well, maybe. Where do succubi come from? Did you have a childhood? I know where they come from. It's interesting to know if they have a childhood. No, well, yes, but in brief, the Abyss is nothing like the mortal world. Ursula makes a gesture in the air trying to find the right words. You remember life since conception. No, wait, you don't remember that part, do you? But certainly you know everything since birth. We do not. Normally, when a human dies, the Lady of Graves, which is the goddess of death, decides which plane they go. Most often, those who arrive in the Abyss turn into larvae. You know, the little worms no one notices until you step on them? They crawl into the mud for centuries, devouring each other, and the strongest ones turn into demons. Wow. I don't know how that transformation happens. Maybe we hatch out of them like caterpillars out of butterflies. No, wait. It's the other way around. Or maybe greater demons sculpt us out of them, like so much clay? I don't know what happens to the larvae that they used to make me. In my own memory, it begins with vague, fragmentary images. Terrors, executions, orgies. I remember some poor lad half gnawed by the larvae. He was crying and begging to be killed, and I pointed at him and laughed and said I wouldn't. Desna, forgive me, I'm so ashamed. Wow. That's... Whew. That's a lot. Did you end up... How did you end up turning against the Abyss? Temptation. Yeah, she's the kind of damaging I was looking for. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, maybe she's a little too damaged. We'll find out. Ursula smiles sadly. Strange, isn't it? So many people believe that being good is important, but it's boring and unpleasant, and all that's enjoyable and tempting pertains to evil. Even the servants of kind gods often think so, do they not? You have no idea how easy that makes the role of a temptress. Well, it was my great fortune to discover that it's not always like that. Ursula looks away. My last victim was a priestess of Desna, the tender of dreams. As you know, demons do not sleep. Mortals always compare their greatest moments to dreams. So I decided it would be interesting to see for myself, and while I was at it... Forgive me, goddess, to mock Desna. This priestess lay in my arms, dying of my kiss. I remember every smallest detail, the cold sweat on her skin, her eyes rolled back into her head, her weak whisper. It's so difficult to recount. Well, I dove into her mind to see what mortal dreams were like. But the goddess saw me in her realm, and it turned out I remained there far longer than I planned. What did Desna do to you? As a punishment, she gave me mercy. I often think, why me? She could easily have blown me away like smoke with the flick of her finger. The gods rarely trouble themselves with the lives of mortals, and even less so with demons, but for reasons of her own, she paid me special attention. She awoke in me the memories of the sinners whose souls were used to create me. All those humans, I knew nothing of them until Desna showed me. Each of them had their own dreams, and a world without pity trampled each of them, and placed them on a path that led to the Abyss. Their memories, all their hopes and pain. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to talk about this. You see tears well up in the succubus's eyes. Wow. Ursula wipes away her tears and continues. The most important thing I realized was that every mortal is a little world of hopes and dreams, and that although I might be a succubus, I didn't have to live forever with those beastly boring pleasures and tortures of the abyss. I can be free. I I can be myself. If only I can understand who I am. And this is really interesting because our Azadakin ASMR witch is also a Des Knight. I did not plan on this at all. I just thought it was very typical of an Azadakin ASMR to worship Desna. Desna calls out to the best in people. If she gave you a chance, it means that there is some good deep inside you. She saw that you were not beyond salvation. I find that hard to believe. I remember what I was back then. It shames me to remember it. It frightens me to remember it. But the goddess is wise, isn't she? Wise and insightful. Among all the filth, garbage, sharp spikes, and broken bones, amidst that nightmare that was my soul, or whatever demons have inside of a soul, she found a grain of goodness that by some miracle had gotten lost there. A treasure inside me that I had no idea even existed. The demon presses her palm against her heart. It is still there, I can feel it. I must preserve it. Preserve it and cleanse myself of all the remaining filth. That won't be easy, but I can do it. After all, the goddess will help me. And you will too. Oh, really? What were your characters, Oh, your character's an atheist. That's actually really interesting since the Crusades is such a religious endeavor. You have to tell me how that went. You don't know who you are? What of you? Do you know who you are? Are there many mortals who can make that claim? Before returning me to the mortal realm, Desna whispered something to me. I can still hear her words. She asked me, "And what do you dream of?" And I don't know. I still don't. You see, demons are simple pleasures. Arushale purses her lips. Each is guided by 2 or 3 strong sins. Before my conversion, my sins were all I was. A ball of desire without anyone behind them doing the desiring. Desires for sex, for flattery, and for food. But now I have me. And it's amazing, but it's so complicated. Arushale makes an apologetic gesture and smiles. That's hilarious. Your character's like, nah, I'm not doing any of that. Get that shit out of here, it's not mine. So, what did you do after Desna converted you? I traveled. In the beginning, I thought it was wise to keep away from demons and their temptations, run off to Absalom or perhaps even further, to another plane. But then I realized that I didn't deserve freedom yet. The abyss was still in me. It called to me, tempting me, seducing me. If I ran away, I would soon return to my old habits. Arushale forces the words from her mouth. That is why I came here, to join the war, to remember who my enemy is, to defeat the demons, not just for the mortal world, but for myself as well. Because if I don't kill my past, it will always be reaching for me. Yeah, exactly. I'll pass, but thanks. I'm a wonderful liar. I'm no longer proud of it, but it's still true. The demons never suspected my treason until the very end. I lived as a spy and regularly reported back to the priests of Desna whatever I learned. Naturally, I concealed my identity from them as well. Yeah. I would never have been caught, but when I learned that Daskari was planning an attack on Canabras, there was no time for caution. I risked everything to warn you, and paid with my freedom. Thank you for not running from evil, but confronting it. So, I love the witch class. I think the witches are great buffers and debuffers. My healer is specifically a healer kind of build, like she knows a lot of cure spells and restoration and stuff. Um, they're great support and debuffers. They're definitely not frontal attackers. They're not usually evocators. Um, I was thinking about the Winter Witch build too, but I got kind of hesitant because a Winter Witch, because based on the sound of it, the name of it, is very specialized in ice. And at the time, I didn't know you could basically bypass creatures that have ice resistance. You can override that with like a feat or something, or a class ability. I don't remember. But I didn't want to make a character that was just like one type of damage, so I kind of bypassed it. But it looks like a cool build. And the witch class is definitely interesting. There are so many helpful hexes, it's not even funny. Yes, I'm glad I did, but you know it's hard. Evil calls me back every day, and when it's so close, what if one day I grow tired of fighting? Honey, that's everybody in life. We all get tired of fighting. That's when we take a nap. So do you worship Desna now? The goddess did a lot for me, more than I ever deserved. Asking anything more of her would be impudent. I'm grateful to her, but I try not to trouble her with my prayers. Thank you for your answers. I hope they did not upset you too much, at least not as much as they upset me. Oh, honey, that's so sad. I don't know if I want to know about life in the Abyss. I imagine it was horrible. I can't tell you about all of the Abyss. I've only seen a small part. If you like, I can tell you about the Midnight Isles and Alushinira. I know the Midnight Isles. I don't know about Alushinira, though. The Porphyry city is Nocticula's capital. Oh. It's in the Midnight Isles. It's the capital of the Midnight Isles. Got it. There's no city like it in the mortal world. Absalom is a village in comparison. Wow. Millions, I don't exaggerate, millions of demons and mortals live there. Some come voluntarily, not only from Galarian, but from other planes as well. Nocticula keeps an open boundary and enjoys having many guests, merchants, and travelers in the city. Some arrive in chains. The slave trade is the most thriving business in the city. I believe it. From afar, the city may seem a merry place. Many of its dwellers do enjoy themselves, until it's their turn to become everyone else's toy. It's a city of suffering, Aurora. Of cheerful, festive torments that everyone in the city inflicts on those around them. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected from the Abyss. The Midnight Isles. In the ocean of Ishiar, not far from the mouth of the river Styx, there is a chain of islands. This is the realm of Nocticula, the queen of succubi. There is no sun there, only a moonlit night, alternating with a moonless one. Each of the islands is one of Nocticula's trophies, the remains of a powerful entity that perished at her hands. As you see, you cannot take a step in the Abyss without treading on corpses. What are some places of interest in Alushinira? The heart of the business quarter is the flesh markets, where the slave trade takes place. I grew up in the mansion of Lady Alexia. Her house is always full of guests doing their best to entertain her. Those whose performance is not to her liking risk remaining in her house forever. Ah. The main attraction of the succubi city is, of course, the brothels, the 10,000 delights. Wow. I need not tell you what they offer. If you can imagine it, someone is selling it. Not far from there, you can find the Harem of Ardent Dreams, which serves as a sort of city hall. Shamira, Nocticula's right hand and mayor of Alushinira, receives her visitors there. For those who prefer bloodier sports, there are many arenas in the city. The most famous of them is the Battle Bliss. They're awesome names. Like, take a second to just appreciate the amazing naming scheme for all the places she's listing. Battles run continuously without breaks and without rules. It doesn't matter what trickery you use to win. It only matters how much fun the crowd is having. And above it all towers this house of silken shadows, Nocticula's palace. Hundreds, thousands of towers and domes adorned with jewels. There are legends of what happens inside. Many have striven to experience the delights of the succubi queen's palace, forgetting that it was built for her pleasure, not theirs. What can you tell me about Nauticula? She's called the Lady in Shadow. That way, they say she was the first succubus. She's far from the most powerful of the demon lords, but this hasn't kept her from being the ruin of many creatures significantly more powerful than herself, even building her kingdom upon their bones. They say that, like Lamashtu, she strives to turn herself from a demon lord into a true goddess. And for everyone that doesn't know, she does do so. In Pathfinder version 2, they updated the lore for like, I think it's like 25 or 50 years later, or something like that. And Nocticula at that point has become a god. However, interestingly enough, she has shifted from chaotic evil to chaotic neutral. And she is not as bad as she is in this time period. Like, nowhere near. Which hints that some of the good goddesses must have gotten involved and changed her outlook on some things personally. She enjoys killing, but her favorite tools are seduction and deception. She only stoops to crude violence when there are no other games to play, and even then she backstabs from the shadows. Her favorite weapon is a crossbow, though a silk garrote would suit her better. If you should ever meet her, do not believe a word she says, and do not fall for her provocations. Do not try to beat her at her own game. And most importantly, remember, the worst mistake anyone can make is to underestimate her. Yeah. I'll be happy if it helps. What do you think of the powers I gave you? It's a great temptation. I don't know if I should be trusted with such power. I certainly wouldn't trust myself with it. When you have so much power, it's easy to decide you're a god and the mortals are your toys. Perhaps I should wait until after we defeat the forces of the Abyss. But that's precisely what these powers are for. The girl thinks for a moment, then speaks softly. You take a great risk. I'm not sure I can handle the temptation. It's hard enough as it is. I hope not. I like her. I love the idea of a succubus trying to turn good. But I also wouldn't be surprised if she stabbed me in the back. Just like I wasn't surprised when Woldriff ran off, but I was still upset by it. Alright, listen, I'm just gonna select this because I just want to know... May I ask you a personal question? You want to talk about sex? Is that where we're going with this? Ah, that's true. Then again, I don't know if it's ironic, because I think when succubi seduce a mortal, they're also tempted by the mortal. They just always have the better end of that deal, you know what I mean? Urshay looks you in the eye. Ask me anything, I'll not keep secrets from you, but don't expect to hear anything lighthearted or pleasant. Why do I ask, then? Why do I? The kiss of a succubus is deadly, isn't it? Yes, it is. Not just the kiss, any caress of any kind sucks the life from mortals, and there's nothing I can do about it. Ursula touches her lips ever so lightly. For mortals, tenderness is tenderness, and violence is violence, but I don't know what it's like to kiss and not inflict pain. Ah, that sucks. I just hope my observations of mortals will help me understand. Young lovers, old spouses, even what mortals condemn as promiscuity. To me, it all looks like something amazing, human. She is a romance option. Absolutely she is. And the only reason I know that is because I backed this game on Kickstarter and they, like, gave us a list of all the romance options. Wait, you mean you don't just watch people during the day out in the street? Well, I never touch anyone. I never harm anyone. I just watch and listen. Is that bad? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna say no, it's not bad. Just don't get caught. I mean, I people watch all the time. It's just amusing. I can promise you that. The succubus smiles. Should we go? I mean, I've been pretty much pursuing everyone's romance option until I can't anymore. So, just to keep everyone open, I like to see as much dialogue as I can. Flirt away. Let's do it. You know, a drop of vital energy is a small price to pay for your kiss. Put that on a Valentine. Don't joke like that. For me, it's not a joke at all. Oh, well, I'm not entirely kidding. Wow, we could be really direct here. I'm not kidding. I can easily spare a bit of vital essence for the sake of a kiss. Arushale's cheeks blush faintly. Her lips open a little, and she wets them with the tip of her tongue. Sighing deeply, she answers with apparent effort. I never want to feel such pleasure again. Not with anyone, ever. If I kiss anyone, I want to be sure that the kiss brings us both pleasure, not pain. That's a fair statement. Right, we already went so far as asking about sex, so why not? Ursula's voice grows soft and you barely hear her words. I should like to kiss someone again, but only as a mortal, not as a demon. Can we turn you into a mortal? Is that something we can do eventually? That would be so cool. I just had the worst idea. Like having a succubus for like a health class teacher. That would be so bad. What is sex between demons like? Yeah, sure, let's go ahead. Everything demons do is a sort of cannibalism. Oh. Each devours mortals and other demons in their own way. Some enjoy literally tearing off pieces of flesh with their teeth. Others like to subdue and turn their prey into slaves and living tools. Some feed on others' humiliation. It comes in different forms, but the essence is always the same. Another being is an object to be used for your own pleasure. Oh. Okay. Demon sex doesn't differ from any other type of violence. In my former life, it was something I did to others and others did to me. Only one person ever received pleasure, not the other. Yeah, it sounds like that. God, that sounds horrible. Why would you ever do it? Oh no, that's horrible. No, you don't want... No, 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 no. Oh gosh, that would like be an entirely different form of a toxic education. Incubi are worse than succubi, in my opinion. Like, incubi are a lot more physically abusive, while succubi are a lot more emotionally abusive, if that makes sense. So I'd rather deal with a succubi any day of the week than an incubi. Do you still feel desire? Ursula keeps a long silence as she searches for the right words. You see, on one hand, my succubus nature remains with me. The desire I feel is the one from my old life. When I look at any mortal, I immediately imagine how... She looks away. Whoa. But that feeling, that desire, it's not what mortals feel. When you look like someone, you don't ponder how good it would feel to drink their soul, do you? You think about how good it would feel to be together. Together, you see. You know how to want someone, and at the same time, not want to destroy them. For me, it's always one and the same. Oh. Well, that's not good. True despair rings in Arushale's voice. I'm not even talking about love. Just the common mutual affection of mortals. When they're not poisoned with violence. Now I know that I've never felt it. It's hard to imagine how it's even possible. Thank you for being so open. Urushale nods without saying a word. Okay. I have to go now. I will be watching you. You know, from you it sounds almost threatening. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save since we just did all that dialogue real quick. And who are you? Arsenoi. A woman with gold-embroidered cleric robes greets you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the color of molten gold, gleam brightly in her dusky face. Greetings, Commander. My name is Arsenoi. I am a messenger from the Temple of Abadar and Absalom, and I came here assuming the defenders of the fortress could use the services of a cleric. We could always use more clerics. Clerics are great. Perhaps you heard about the wound that sometimes opens in my chest. Are you familiar with this kind of ailment? Artist Knight quickly probes you with the skill of an experienced healer. So the wound was right here, and then it disappeared and reappeared. Amazing. No, this is the first time I've ever heard of such magic. What do you think it might be? Am I dying? I think it's some kind of demonic corruption, or particles of chaos from the abyss have entered through the wound into your body and made it so unstable. It sounds quite interesting, incidentally. Judging from the records of researchers of the abyss, stranger things have happened in this cursed place. Can you give me some advice on how to heal it? I'd like to make it go away. I am sure that you have already used the purification and chaos warding spells, and for obvious reasons you do not have the option of leaving the campaign and going on a longer pilgrimage on various shrines. To various shrines. Since that's the case, keep a diary. Make careful and systematic entries about your well-being. If it gets worse, record the circumstances under which it happens. I'm afraid this is the only advice I can offer right now. So basically, you want me to leave some information for another adventuring group that eventually finds my diary, because I'll be dead. I want you to try and heal me, but she just said she can't do anything. I'm sorry, but I do not have the right to do that. A healer who makes a blind attempt to heal a patient who is not on the verge of death is an irresponsible fool. You do not seem to be dying, so we will not take any unnecessary risks. I mean, I could be dying, you don't know. What services do you provide? Scrolls. Okay. I know, right? Yeah. Only the commander. How'd you end up in Dresden? My story has grown longer and longer over the years, yet sadly it never gets any more interesting. I was born and raised in Absalom. Soon I realized that bringing the world of Abadar to places where it's already been was too easy a challenge for a cleric like me. I have traveled all across Galarian since then, watching civilizations bring enlightenment to the wildest of places. This brings joy to my heart and makes me feel like I serve my god with my deeds and not only my words. The tiny barony in the Stolen Lands that had been my home for a very long time eventually turned into a strong and prosperous kingdom, and I felt that I had to go somewhere else and bring the blessing of Abadar to someone who really needed it. It will take quite a long time for Dresden to recover and become an unfailing stronghold once again. I will do my very best to help. You're an Aesmar, if I'm not mistaken. I am, just as you are one yourself. Every time I meet another Aesmar, it feels like meeting family. I look exactly like my great-great-grandmother, but I am the only one among my kin to have Aesmar blood manifest so visibly in my appearance. I have to admit that it is very fortunate coincidence. My Aesmar features are rather appealing and make people trust me more easily. This is a good quality to have for a priestess wishing to gather a congregation. I see that you've consecrated the altar of Abadar. So I have. And before you ask me why I did this, when there is a temple of Iomedae in Dresden, I will answer. Even though my god is the ally of the inheritor, some still prefer to pray and trust in Abadar instead of her. After all, my humble altar is no worse at removing the corruption of the abyss than the grandiose altar in the temple of Iomedae. Okay, fair enough. I have to go. Let's go in the temple. Anything in here of note?
I do what I must.
Doesn't seem like it. This place has been sanctified. It can protect the area around it from the corruption of the abyss. Okay. Anything in here for me to collect? Any loot? I don't think so.
I'm gone.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Oh, wait. I can't pick a lock. Okay, so coming in here didn't really do a lot. I have to find Tirabeth. Where the hell is she? One-eyed excuse me.
Never wrong.
Man, we are slow. Okay, where's the one-eyed devil at?
We do it my way.
A short, chubby tiefling with a golden eye patch spits chewing tobacco between his feet and takes another pinch from a tobacco box adorned with jewels. A fine day to you, Commander. Welcome to the One-Eyed Devil's Trading House. His proud manner suggests that each word begins with a capital letter, and perhaps even continues in capital letters as well. Well, that's just a rude thing to ask. How did the tiefling end up on the side of the crusade? I'm not gonna say that. Can you say insensitive? Yeah, isn't that a risky name for a store for crusaders? Ah, yes, a week doesn't go by without some dimwit boiling over. Well, they don't pay me to explain the difference between allies and enemies, devils and demons, Lord Asmodeus and all the riffraff like Baphomet and Discari, so they can go hang. The tiefling spits between his feet and swiftly places another pinch of chewing tobacco in his mouth. Here's what I think. You like it, you buy it. You don't like it, keep moving. If you're spoiling for a fight, take yourself off to a tavern. What happened to your eye? Ha! Should I make up a story about a heroic fight with a horde of demons? Truth be told, this is how it happened. Back when I was a snot-nosed kid, I had just opened my first business selling pipes on the street. The local lads quickly took notice of me and offered me protection in return for a small share of the profits. The usual, you know. But I was so young, inexperienced, and greedy, so I told them to bugger off. Well, they caught me and taught me a lesson. They took it too far, though. I paid for the lesson with my eye, not just bumps and bruises. Ah. It's funny to remember it now. Back then, while it was happening, I was so scared I thought they'd beat me to death. I remember I came running home in tears and my mom just started screaming. I didn't have a clue why. And then I looked in the mirror and saw there were just shreds and mush where one of my eyes should be. I've remembered that lesson all my life. Ever since then, that day when I started a business, I find some reliable business partners first. If I'd been born in a merchant family, my parents would have warned me about this, and about plenty of other things too. But I was a poor lad so I had to learn everything the hard way. It's a miracle how many times I escaped death by a hair's breadth. In fact, it's lucky that all I lost was the one eye. I can afford a new eye now, of course, but you know, I just can't find the time. It will cost a tidy sum, and I don't want to take it out of my earnings. And besides, being the one-eyed devil is a big selling point for me. I'd be a fool to get my eye back only to have to keep it hidden under an eye patch. That's fair. Does he have high prices? Why are your prices so high? That's some claim. Did you hear that, good people? First of all, my prices are perfectly fair. There's no higher than you'd find anywhere else. Second, who's saving who here? Are you prepared to eat bark and fight with rocks and sticks? You know, I have open contracts with dozens of suppliers. I arrange deliveries and do whatever it takes to get you sharper weapons, better magical items, and better food. And you're throwing the extra expense at my face? This is the things I get for honest work? Dude, I just asked why your stuff was a little expensive. Calm down. Ooh. I don't have enough money for that. Crap. I could use some apprentice logs. I take 3 of those. Those are always helpful. We have an inn? I also like how I can just take things from places and no one seems to care.
Follow if you dare.
Oh, I don't have good perception. Alright. What's this door here? Why is it closed?
I'm off.
Oh, well, there's Nenio. So the experiment. Nenio gestures excitedly. I will need some supplies for this one. Girl, please bring me a bottle of alcohol. Any will do, and please hurry up. Science can't wait. Why do you need alcohol? I have already told you, it's for an experiment. Hurry up and bring it to me. What kind of experiment? This will be an experiment of a personal nature. Nenio seems sheepish, but no less exciting for that. Mark my words. Why didn't you go and buy a bottle yourself? I am busy with an extremely important task, mentally preparing myself for the experiment. Besides, a task like this is a perfect fit for my loyal follower. Okay, here you go. I always carry some alcohol on me. I always know I'm gonna need it. For whatever reason. Nenio snatches the bottle out of your hand and stares at it with all the covetousness of a seasoned alcoholic. Oh god. Here it is, my path to learning the true values of humanity from the perspective of the lowliest man on the street. She produces a corkscrew from her sleeve and looks at it in bafflement, then at the bottle, then at the corkscrew again, after which she hands the bottle back to you. Open it. This experiment definitely won't work if we don't open it. Do you always carry a corkscrew up your sleeve? Don't be preposterous, but I am always meticulous when it comes to preparing for my experiments. I planned for every eventuality. Nenio sighs. Alright, I admit it, that's not true, but I have truly prepared for this particular experiment. What is this experiment going to be about? I get the feeling she's just gonna get drunk. I am taking a huge risk with this experiment. I'm putting my reputation, my good name, and even my future on the line. With the help of this bottle, I will lower myself to the level of the average man on the street, and I will try to understand the mentality of someone who wholly devoid of intelligence. You're going to get drunk. You surely know, maybe even from a personal experience, that alcohol dampens mental activity and is a catalyst for stupidity. With a brain like mine, alcohol is the only way to find out how it feels to be an idiot. Wow. You're talking as if you've never tried alcohol before. I haven't. I never saw the point of it. So you're asking me to be your drinking buddy? Not at all. I'll do the drinking alone. Your role in this experiment will include standing here and providing me with a visible reaction to my inevitable temporary degradation. Okay, sure. Fine, let's get started. Well, let's begin. With the steely resolve of a warrior going into his last battle, Nenio takes a big gulp straight from the bottle. Ah, what? Ugh. That's disgusting. After she overcomes the urge to vomit, she looks at you with teary eyes. How do you all drink this? I am doing this for the sake of science. Another gulp. Ugh, that should be enough. Ugh. Now, am I stupid yet? Quick, ask me about something smart. How many heroic acts did Iomedae perform? 11, of course. She did all manner of things, turned her cloak into a bridge, created a powerful artifact out of nowhere using her broken sword, and a bit of prayer, and even talked some undead into throwing himself upon his sword. By the way, did you know that if you question the authenticity of these acts in the center of Iomedae's cathedral in Nerosian, you can get a boot-shaped bruise right in the lower of your back? It would seem I'm not drunk enough yet. Nenio takes another swig from the bottle. Right. It seems to be working. Now I need to come up with an idea right now. I usually have a ton of ideas. Let's see now. Discari and Baphomet. Their anti-Crusader alliance is not effective enough. They need to unite their forces on the physical level. Baphomet needs to mount Discari and ride him into battle 2 in 1. Yes, the experiment was successful. I am definitely drunk. She takes another gulp from the bottle to further confirm her condition. So how does it feel to be drunk for the first time from a scientific point of view? Terrific! I have definitely become more stupid. More than that, I am as dumb as a box of rocks, and right now I don't give a rat's ass about science. Wait, I think I've got it. That's how men on the street see science. They don't give a rat's ass about it. Who cares about how many heroic acts Iomade performed? 1,000,000 or not a single one. Iomade is over there, Nenios says with a wave of her hand, whereas the bottle is right here where it belongs. Oh no, please don't become an alcoholic. Congratulations, I guess. Now what? That's it for now. The experiment was a success. Just a moment. Nenio stares at you with glazed eyes, shakes her head, and exhales loudly. When she meets your gaze again, her eyes are crystal clear. Alright, I'm fine now. What was that? What was what? A moment ago you were as drunk as a skunk, and now all of a sudden you're stone cold sober? Is that so? Nenio looks at the bottle in her hand, thoughtfully licks her lips and nods. It seems that is indeed what happened. Clearly I decided to forget the incident entirely because I no longer needed this information. What I need now is to write an article for the encyclopedia about the influence that alcohol has on an individual's mind. So you can simply forget you were drunk and sober up, just like that. I have simply blocked the deleterious effect of alcohol from my mind. To put it in basic terms, I just forgot I'd consumed alcohol. The mechanism is simple to the one that I use to get rid of irrelevant memories. It's not overly complicated if you know how to do it. That is not how the human body works! Or the fox body, I guess, in this situation. It's not how the body works. Their abilities are just amazing. They are. They are scary amazing. What? What were we talking about? Alright, happy I could help. On behalf of future generations, I formally thank you for your assistance in this momentous experiment. Now I have to answer your questions. Come on, ask away. I have to go. This whole conversation is giving me a headache.
I do what I must.
I suppose you're right. What right do I have? What right do I have to tell her how her body's supposed to work? Hi, Horgus. Alright, nothing new there. Ah, right.
It's time to act.
Greybor. Do I know Greybor? I think I do. Ah!
How can I help you?
Ooh, what a nice voice. Before you stands a dwarf. He has stern, rugged features and looks to be well armed. He fills his pipe with tobacco from Gurund, lights it, and blows out a cloud of smoke. Finally, he addresses you in a deep, dignified voice. Yeah, he does. Who are you?
Don't you remember our last meeting?
That is a great voice. Just got goosebumps.
The name is Greybor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk. Are you in need of my services?
Still smoking his pipe, the dwarf offers you a cursory salute. You tried to kill that huge dragon at the Battle of Dresden. Sorry, you tried to kill that huge demon at the Battle of Dresden, but you failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
Whew, okay. The dwarf's face grows grim. I want to hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest.
The Grimwood has been revealed.
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Okay, fair enough.
Got a job for me, Commander?
Nope, I have to go bye.
Good luck. If you wish to make use of my services, I'll be here, but not for much longer. I am expecting new orders to arrive soon.
Okay, that's a shame. I really like your voice. Okay, anybody else in here outside of the tavern owner? Doesn't look like it. Anything I can steal?
I'm gone.
I'm still so happy I have a pet dragon now. Makes me so giddy. Don't mind me, I'm just taking all your food. I honestly don't know. I was playing a witch. I got a dragon animal companion when I took the Azada mythic path, so I have no idea if it stacks with a normal animal companion or not. But considering our dragon Ivu seems to be story relevant for the mythic path, I would assume that it's stackable. I assume you can have two. Because Ivu's story relevant. Okay, and we just have the jewelry artisan. Hello. Welcome to the shop of Derek Sunhammer. Hey! The finest jewelry in all of Mendev. True artistry, crafted by the master himself and his apprentices. Take a look. Heck yeah, can I meet the man? I know someone who's been making counterfeits. I have a lot of them. Honestly, I'm not all that impressed. Yeah. I'm guessing your owner's not here. Speaking of, I keep forgetting I have this stuff to equip. Oh gosh, and I have other people to level up too. Wow. I know, and it's so funny because I remember telling myself, I was like, I'll level everybody up off stream since I don't use these characters, and then I completely forgot to do it. Well, that's gonna go on me. I will always boost my AC above everybody else's. Always. Yay, now I have a decent armor class. That's the only downside to being a mage. Your AC's crap. And I think everybody else has, yeah, at least a... Okay. So now we just start giving the people I don't play that much. I don't want to give you equipment, because you make it sound like you're going to leave after a mission. I don't want you doing what Wolf just did and take all my crap. Let's see. Inspired Wisdom, Vast Intelligence. Okay, there you go. Wisdom, probably Social. There we go. You already have a +2. You have a +1. And I think everybody else... Oh, and I can't get my dragon a ring. Can I get my dragon a cloak? I don't know, but I'm gonna test it. I can, but it doesn't show up, and that's kind of sad. She's so pretty. That character model's really nice. Alright. Here you go, Social. Okay. I should see if I can upgrade her armor. She has a breastplate +1. 5, that's a 6. Now that's still better than... Okay, so no... Medium armor. 8. Okay, it's better for him either. Okay. I understand. I love how I'm this far into the game and I still get tutorial pop-ups. Okay. So we visited Thorn. Hey, Thorn, tell me anything new? No. Nothing new. Okay. Alright, let's see. Any other building? Went into the temple. I guess we could try going into the barracks. I also haven't talked to Celia yet. I just want to make sure I don't miss any side quests and things. Okay, so nothing new
Follow
there.
if you dare.
Ember. Okay, nothing new there either. Okay. Because we're still trying to find Anivia and Tirabade.
Take care of it.
Just such a big city. Anyone suspect? Y'all better keep your noses clean. I'm watching you. Okay, where's Sela? Over there. Okay, nothing new there either. Here, babe.
I'm off.
Oh, it's Ellen. Hey. Commander, my regards. Okay. You don't want to talk to me. Where... Am I just stupid? I cannot find her at all. Maybe she's in the Citadel? That makes sense. Alright. Yeah, she's just in the Citadel, I think. Alright.
I do what I must.
Okay. Where's... Hello? Why can't I click all the way over here? You're distant?
I'm always ready.
Oh, I'm still outside. Out. Okay. Straight. I don't know where I am anymore. Outside. Okay, there we go. Think. Yep. Okay. A middle-aged paladin with a genial face salutes you. His sparse gray hair stands in fuzzy tufts on his head, giving him a distantly unwarlike appearance. Everbright Crusaders, reporting for duty. My name is C.R. Hobellin, and I am at your service. I freaking jumped the mouse. Queen Galfrey is gathering the main attack forces in Neurosian. She ordered us to replenish the losses suffered in Canabras and come here. We will support your troops. Excellent. A tall, dark-eyed lad is standing behind CR. He passionately echoes CR's words. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be at the spear of the attack. The old crusader calls the young man to order. Morvig, don't speak unless spoken to. Don't worry, no one will be defeating any demons without you. CR smiles kindly and tousles the boy's hair. Cute. Awesome. Who have you brought with you? Everbright Crusaders, mainly, but we have a lot of volunteers who joined us. Those who arrived at the Queen's call but didn't want to sit in Neurosian waiting for the main army to set off. All the hotheads know the front is here. CR nods at the boy behind him. the one who's eager to fight. We picked up this one too. He walked to Canabra's with an old sword in his hand and a few copper coins in his pocket. He was going to keep walking to kill the demons, and then he would probably have laid siege to the threshold, no doubt. The boy's cheeks go pink at the old man's gentle mockery, but he continues to stare ahead resolutely and boldly. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Did you fight in Canabra's? How are things there? Not personally, no. The Queen summoned me and the bulk of the Order to Nerosian. Almost all those who remained behind in Canabra's died, and the ones that didn't were disorganized and leaderless. But the Order did not perish. New volunteers have been pouring into our ranks. We are licking our wounds. Canabras is rebuilding. Life wins out. People are coming from all over Avestan to help. Many are joining up with the Crusaders just as it happened back in the First Crusade. Great, you will be serving under my command. Your Crusader gives you a friendly smile. It is an honor for us, Commander. Let's give the demons a dusting. Absolutely. Cool. Anivia and Tyrvade. Okay. Hi, look who it is. Have you figured out how the demons have been sneaking up on us? Anivia answers with scarcely concealed irritation. No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole. Nothing. The gray road was completely empty, and then bam! A whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. My only lead is a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorges to the southwest, but we found no signs of a secret path or underground passageways. Definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through, but I feel it in my gut. There's some evil scum out there. We just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first ones. Why don't you go there yourself and find out what's what? Did you find out anything about where Monago is now? Anivia shakes her head sharply. Nope, zero, zilch. A whole lot of nothing. The scum melted into thin air. Soldiers saw her jump out the window, run through the square in the front of the citadel, and suddenly disappear. We haven't heard anything from her since, and I don't like it. I'm telling you, this is bad. Yeah, you know, the major corruptor and problem that destroyed Dresden in the first place? Yeah, her getting away is probably a bad sign. First of all, her kind don't just give up. If we can't see her, it means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it would be great if the Demon Lords just gobbled her up for all her failures, but I think that's too much to hope for. Probably. But that's not the worst part. We have a more interesting question, you know. I wonder how she reported from the city. If by the time you had already hung the banner, the soldiers are saying it probably wasn't in full force by then. But you and I both know that's DOS. That's Dross. Is Dross a word? I've never heard that. She wasn't supposed to be able to teleport, but she did. The question is, how? What do you think of my new powers? Anivia scoffs. I don't know if this counts as blasphemy or whatever, but you look like Desna just had her wicked way with you. You've got a bit of that divine sass about you now. And the dragon? I'm a little put out that I didn't get to see how you flew on the thing in battle and sending the demons running scared, grabbing whatever they could and hightailing it out of there. Alright, you watch yourself now. Hey, oh hey, Regil, nice. Hey Regil, you wanna talk? Nope, you do not. Okay, cool. Tirabeth, you wanna talk? Irabeth's eyes are vacant, her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away, seeing you though she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander. We need to talk about what happened during the attack on Dresden. Irabeth nods curtly. Yes, I was shamefully faint-hearted. Praise Iomade. It didn't affect the course of the battle. Still, my behavior was unworthy of a knight, even less a commander. Under the circumstances, leaving my position would be tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the Order, strip me of my knighthood, and send me to serve in the Condemned. I'm not sending you to the Condemned! You deserve these titles more than you. Don't blame yourself. Under the circumstances, you did everything possible, and more besides. Thank you, Commander. The gratitude in Erebeth's voice is sincere. A spark of enthusiasm appears in her eyes, which had grown dull over recent weeks. The half-orc salutes you sharply. For a moment, you once again see the Erebeth who is ready to protect the Defender's heart to her dying breath. Thank you for still trusting me, more than anyone else in this crusade. Even more than I trust myself. Despite your words, Erebeth obviously feels unworthy of her commander's rank. Changing her mind will require more platitudes. Perhaps you can bolster her by appointing her to a position where she can work more closely with rank and file soldiers, those whose faith in their commander remains undimmed. Okay. How's the Eagle Watch doing in Canabras? Everything is going well. I was wary of handing over the reins at first. I was afraid that everything would fall apart without Anivia and me. But I took a risk and left a very clever lad in charge. A tiefling, as it happens. He infiltrated the cult alone. They couldn't imagine a tiefling wouldn't be on their side. He exposed an entire cell. I personally knighted him just before the city was attacked. Of course, there were many who weren't happy about it, but it's not my job to make people happy. Good for you, Erebeth. I love Erebeth. She is a great NPC. Her and Anivia both. He hasn't disappointed. He has built up the Order's ranks again and is running everything so smoothly it's as if the demon attack never happened. He's proven more than once that I left Canabras in good hands. But I admit, it's still strange to think that such a small order as the Eagle Knights now has 2 chapters. One in Dresden and one in Canabras. Yeah, it's getting bigger. Okay, anybody else I need to talk to that's here? What's this? What's over here? I know I'm just doing a lot of exploring, and I'm really sorry about that, guys. I like to look at every nook and cranny and make sure... Whoa. Oh! Excuse me, nice! The teleportation system. Handy. Okay, yeah, I don't need to do that. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm getting major, Kingmaker vibes. Oh my gosh, development. Oh my gosh, is it like Kingmaker? Now construct buildings and forts in Dresden. Issue decrees and capture and investigate new regions. It is like Kingmaker. I just have multiple armies I can control now. Demon armies will try to take Dresden from you. Destroy them, or else after 7 days of siege, Dresden will be completely. That's so cool. Materials for building, finance is for various needs. Points used to recruit mythic units and the completion of certain decrees. You gain new resource points each day. Okay, nice. An army of thieves. The path of the Lich. A large group of suspicious individuals has arrived at the gates of Dresden. They wish to join the crusade. Officers have recognized a number of thieves and murderers among their ranks, and it seems that the newcomers are only interested in spoils of war, should they be accepted. No! Arrest them! If they're murderers, I don't care about the thieves so much. Like, listen, I understand people, NPCs having to steal to make a living. I get that. I'm more accepting of that. Murderers! No! You arrest murderers! Arrest them. They belong in the ranks of the condemned. The soldiers have taken the new arrivals into custody, and now those who have lived as criminals will likewise serve as criminals. Yeah. A misunderstanding. A special messenger from Galfrey was delivering a missive to Dresden and ran into a sentry patrol by accident. Alas, the soldiers took the messenger for an enemy and attempted to search him, which ran contrary to the messenger's instructions. The sentries were killed, and the messenger has arrived in Dresden, now awaiting the commander's judgment. I don't know why... I mean, at face value, no one did anything wrong. This is just a really unfortunate misunderstanding. But I also don't understand why he wouldn't recognize one of our sentry patrols and be willingly searched. I don't know, that just seems kind of weird to me. What would I accuse them of? No, I'd say he did everything by the book. I'm not gonna kill him or anything like that. I do want to... Oh, they might have. You're right. Maybe I should accuse them. I don't know, I feel like someone should have informed him, like, hey, you might be searched, or hey, this is what our people look like. I don't know, I feel like this whole thing could have been avoided with proper direction. Yeah. The Queen's servants think they have the right to kill the Crusaders. Sociel blamed the officers from the capital for this tragedy, claimed that the messenger was given poor instructions. Yes, he was. And publicly demanded that the crown compensate the families of the deceased. This act has strengthened the commander's authority. Cool. Hamlet of Sork. Yeah! Alright, let's see. Decrees. Only have one of your decrees issued for each of the crusade stats at a given time. Cost and completion time. Some decrees only be issued once, others have a repeat time, which is displayed in the decree description window. Stat rank up decree becomes available upon meeting specific rank requirements. A relic upgrade decree. Fact use becomes available when you obtain a suitable relic. Okay. Wow, this is a lot. By upgrading an outpost to a bastion, the commander will expand its territory for buildings, as well as allow the construction of advanced structures there. I don't have enough resources for that. Nothing for economy, rank up army. Don't have enough material points. Once a traitor, always a traitor. A lawbreaker is a criminal for life. Thus said the commander in the fight for the lost capital. Then she ordered military tribunals to be organized within the army. Now that Dresden is free, the commander's advisors finally have the opportunity to carry out this order. That's a lot of stuff. Soul Shear. I don't know if I want to use Soul Shear. Can we make it a good aligned weapon? Because that was, Staunton's weapon was Soul Shear. The Crest of the Fallen Knight, I would love to repair that. And what is others? Erebus breakdown, which occurred before the assault on Dresden, still haunts her mind. She should be reminded that she was, is, and will always be a hero in the eyes of soldiers by appointing her as commander of a small squad of crusaders. Unfortunately, because Erebus is occupied as squad leader, her duties in the Crusades command have to be transferred to someone else. Lost Scouts. Yes. Studying the Sword of Valor. I also want to do that. So really, this requires logistics. So that's 5 days, and that's 14 days. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute idea, being a kitsune with a rabbit familiar. That's adorable. I'd love to see a picture of that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through everything before I... Whoa. Oh my gosh, look at all that land we have to... No pressure, it's fine. Okay, all events are taken care of. Okay. Yeah, it's very much... Okay, so... Oh, I can build things in the... Oh, that's so cool. What if I click on Dresden? Oh, I love that. I'm schoolgirling right now. The major thing I thought I would miss from Kingmaker is the fact that you aren't going to basically be doing like developing a kingdom thing. Because I really liked developing the kingdom. That was my favorite part of Kingmaker. But you get to do it! I didn't know Wrath of the Righteous would have this. This is great. But yeah, I definitely want her to get better. So I guess we'll issue this, because I think because this is a military, I can still do a logistics one. I just couldn't do another military, if I'm understanding this right. I think that's right. Let's do Lost Scouts, because the Scouts could still be alive, maybe. And yep, I was right. So I can't do studying Sword of Valor because we already have a logistics one done. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see what we can build here. Oh my gosh, it looks so barren. So much work to do. Oh my gosh, we need a lot more material. Let's see, Arsenal. Provides +1 bonus to AC for all trainable units in adjacent buildings. Wow. That's awesome. So it gives you stat bonuses and stuff. Hospitals. Pathfinder Society. That would be great to bring in new people. And it's expensive, that makes sense. Shelter. Okay. So that's better for forts, not really the capital. Teleportation circle. Ooh. Ready to teleport to this fort from anywhere on the map. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Oh, that sounds awesome. I need to put that into Canabras. Okay, but all of that is way too expensive to buy right now. How much material do we gain? Does it tell us? Do we get statistics? Crusade management. On the Crusade management, you can make decisions regarding current events, which are... Decree button on the right. Okay, we already know this. Okay. Can I select Canobras? No? Can I not? Nope. I guess Canobras is kind of untouchable. Still. So nothing we can really build right now. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have great diplomacy. I don't know what oh my gosh, I can speak. Influences that exactly. Plus 360 a day. Oh, and we don't gain material points daily like we do finance points. Okay. We could buy. We have a decent amount of money. We need materials. We can't buy energy points, which is good to note. Let's do like 4,000's worth. I think that's fair. Because we also still need to buy potions and things. Buy. Okay. See if we can build anything now. Yes. Okay. 10% bonus to HP. I don't exactly know what this means, all units in adjacent buildings. Oh, that's awesome. Provides a plus 10 bonus for energy for all generals. Increases the time of the siege of the fort by 3 days. That's pretty good too. Supply center increases material point income by 3. That's also pretty good. I wonder if that would give us a 3 per day sort of thing going on. One way to find out. Okay, we'll put this in a corner somewhere since it doesn't seem to matter. And that's all I'll do for now. An exit. Like if I go over here, is there going to be a similar? Where's the door? I always get so turned around. Is this my room? Do I have my own room now? Nice. And I can rest. Cool. Over here. Didn't I? How did I get in here? It's so turned around. Alright, never mind. Is there not just a leave button? Area exit? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Who am I taking? I need to take you if I'm going for the dragon. What is your skill set? What do you do? You're a slayer. So basically a ranger? Okay. I like all the characters. Oh, hello. Where's my dragon at? Hey, calm down, dragon. Calm down, Avu. I guess... Yeah, I don't want to... I guess I could get rid of Sela for a little bit. Man, that sounds crazy to say. Nah, I could get rid of Regil. For like a hot minute, I guess. Man, I really like Regil, though. I already did that. A picturesque rock has become home to Commander's allies who found the walls of Dresden and official crusade to be cramped. Okay. So where's the dragon at? Where... Oh, nice. Wow. Where am I going? Winter Sun. Find the missing Crusaders. Okay. Is there like a... I wish there was a zoom out button. Is there a zoom out button? No, but this is definitely faster. Okay, so... Grimwood is all the way over there. So maybe I shouldn't get you yet. Because you definitely might take some time to do your quest. It's hard because I just don't know. Oh, thank goodness, they'll go to Dresden. That was the most annoying thing, was like all of my units kept going to Canabras instead of like where my new camp was, and it was so annoying having them start in Canabras and have to work their way up the map. Nice, 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 nice. So now we have mounted scouts. That's awesome. We have them. Our mounted units. Oh, wow. Champions. Paladins. Convicts. Nice. Then we have our 4 over here that I'm just going to send to dispatch some easier. Shallow grave. Only 5. Ah, man, I was hoping. I also did not mean to put them there. Oh my gosh. Oh. Did I lose a unit? I could have sworn I had clerics on this team. I'd be wrong. Can you attack yet? No. You're still out of it for some reason. I know, I'm not very good at this either. It reminds me a lot of King's Bounty, that game, and how the fighting in there worked, but I suck at that game. I don't get it. You have to let me know how that build goes for you. There we go. Man, we lost a lot of our militia. I understand, Moral. Thank you. So I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's weird. And it spammed you for that? That's odd. Shouldn't have done that. Min packs, let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll have to adjust the mod and the spamming setting after the stream. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I completely get you. First ever Pathfinder character I made was definitely a min-max. And I had to stop doing it because our DM for real life tabletop gaming for Pathfinder hated when we min-max stuff because it was OP as crap. That strength stat, you're not going to be able to carry much. Discari slaves fought fearlessly and relentlessly, like insects swarming around a flame without any awareness of what they were doing. When the last of the demons had fallen in battle, the Crusaders could finally take in what exactly they had been fighting for. For many years, these old salt mines had provided the local alchemists with their most valuable ingredients, and now they would do so again. Nice. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people make Sela with an animal companion. She seems really effective that way. Oh, nice, level up. I like Bless. I think Bless is a good one. But we definitely need to get more people here. I don't think she can add... I don't think she can add anybody. I don't think. No, she is a max of 3 people. Okay. She's only a 4 for some reason, too, and I don't know why. Can I buy more clerics? I definitely can. Yeah, let's go. Let's buy more clerics for her. 5. Awesome. Okay, probably should go... Okay, so I'm gonna go for a quick break. Alright, and I'm back. I know that's probably not 5 minutes, but... Alrighty. Now, where are we gonna send you? Probably up here. There it goes. Ugh, I always get so stressed when I do these parts because I'm like, I'm not the best at this. Ow. Ow! Stop it. Can I just outright get rid of one of these, please? Maybe. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, right. Cool. We'll lay on hands, I guess. Oh, you fast. Well, okay. I'll hold off on it. I don't know how effective. Not very. Okay. There we go. Okay, good. We got all our units back. Nice. Warriors have discovered what attracted such a horde of monsters, an impressive ambulant laboratory belonging to some insane alchemist. The laboratory has been mercilessly plundered, and the jars of elixirs and ingredients bore sinister holes through which the hideous creatures had consumed their contents like some exquisite nectar. Luckily, some of the alchemist's inventory survived and now belongs to the Crusaders. Oh, nice, we got energy points. I'm always kinda iffy to fight a demon army that's a higher number than I am. Can I hire a general for them? How much is a general? 12,000. Oh, that's a lot. I don't think I could even buy that much. No, nowhere near. Man. I could definitely trade out some of these people. Let's see. They only do a 1d3 plus 6. What about convicts? 1d3 plus 4. So they're even worse than militia. Ooh, champions are good though. So are paladins. Okay. Maybe I'll have... I don't know how sieging our capital works, so I don't know if I should leave people there. I don't know. I saved, it should be fine. Right? Yeah. Swap out some people here. Let's see how much better that makes. Awesome, he's a 5 now. See if we can have them go back. How many people can they have maximum of? 3. Okay. I'll probably have them stay there, because I don't know how sieging works. And... Nope. This 3. Okay. We'll just have that stay there for the moment then. Okay. Might as well try this out. Fight another 5. Oh wait, stop. Where are you going? Holy crap. Just going past all the armies. Temple of the Good Hunt. Oh, it's an Erastil temple. Okay. Well, I kinda wanted you to go north. I don't really want you to fight all these 6s. I just want you to fight that 5. Okay, they're all staying there. Okay. You can go beat up this 2. Yeah, I probably should go beat up this 4. For being really honest about it. Okay. Let's go back to us. Alright. Can I switch out my people? I don't really want to take him yet. Because going this way is going to be a bit of a hassle. We've got a lot of armies in the way. Manage? Okay, maybe not manage. So many new buttons. Enter, I guess. Why? What's in the Citadel now? What's going on? Happen? Or maybe the exclamation mark was just... I don't have to talk to Tirabeth, do I? I don't think so. No. Okay, let's just leave. My little jumping mouse. My dragon is so slow. Come on. Come on, Ivu. Okay, we're gonna area exit. We're not gonna take you away. Take him. Still haven't gotten a companion quest for Regil. Or Lan, really. Yeah, Ivo said we should go here, so that's where we're going. What are all these people? Hey, Aranka! As you approach, the commotion at the top of the ridge dies down for a moment before soaring to new heights. That's her, yes! Look at the butterflies! Hello? There's a dragon here too, you know. I'm way more interesting than a butterfly, and it was me who asked Aurora to come here anyway. Who's a good little dragon? Ivu's a good little dragon. Yes, you are, Ivu. Suddenly, Arushale stops and steps behind you. She looks rather embarrassed. I know who they are, but what if I'm a demon, and... You see your old friends, the 3 Desnan adepts from Canabra, standing at the head of the crowd. Aurora, finally! We rushed here as soon as we heard what happened in Dresden. We brought friends, too. Except we've only just met some of them. Allow me to introduce them. Matris Alla Devara, the illustrious exiled alchemist. Those formidable warriors, there are halflings from the temple of Chaldira Zuzaristan, the goddess of battle and recklessness. Great. This is the famous street artist Maestro Aventurine, a pseudonym, of course. Rare is the administrative building in Avestan that has escaped his brush. And here in front we have our mounted gnomish contingent, the cavalry sculptors. We all come here to help you fight the forces of the abyss. So you're all artisan civilians. Why was Matris Ola exiled? Prejudice, that's why. The disheveled woman shakes her head in disdain. Her clothes look as though they've been singed a dozen times over and dragged through various paints at least a dozen times more. For some reason, people are suspicious of alchemists who worship Cain and Kylian. You mean the god of drunk people and adventure? God of alcohol, bravery, and freedom. They also consider my experiments dangerous, which is utterly preposterous, for one. Science comes at a price, after all, and besides, it wasn't I who caused that explosion back in Absalom and raised half a block. I mean, I wasn't even there. Still, now that I'm surrounded by open-minded people, I'll be able to unleash my talents and show those demons that bombs can protect us as well as any prayers. I mean, can't argue with it. What are the goddess Caldera and her worshippers famous for? A belligerent-looking halfling salutes you with his sword. Caldera is the goddess of mischief, battle, and luck, and a close friend of Desna the Moon Mother. Caldera is not the goddess of strategic planning, put it that way. As her worshippers, we charge headlong into battle, leading others into the fray, and we despise evil in all its forms. My friends and I have long awaited to support the Crusades, but this is the first time we've seen a leader we're willing to follow. Oh, nice. I'm flattered. An artist on a crusade. A street artist to boot. Dusty galleries and... Oh, hold on. Hmm. Okay. That's weird. Sorry, I just noticed I was skipping frames. Dusty galleries and pompous patrons aren't quite my scene, is Maester Avin's dignified response. I only paint in places where everyone can see my work and appreciate its special meaning. I used to paint flowers in the sun on the walls of besieged forts to make the attacking armies realize they were destroying another's peace and joy. I once depicted the act of Iomedae in a painting in the middle of the Chelaxian capital, not because I worship her, but rather to remind people of Cheliax that this proud, tyrant-toppling goddess was born there. Wow, really? I didn't know Iomedae was born in Cheliax. Why am I skipping frames? I don't know. I haven't done anything differently today. Maybe my internet's just acting up today. It's been kind of wonky. Cavalry. Oh. I don't yet know what I will create in the Whirlwind, but I feel I must play some part in the salvation of this land. Cavalry sculptors. Exactly. One of the gnomes sitting in the saddle grins happily, looking from head to toe a brigand. That's so funny. The cavalry sculptors are an ancient and revered gnomish society, in certain circles, that is. Our only rivals are the pikemen confectioners. Pikemen that bake? But they don't have a noble legend that tells of the creation of their society, unlike us. According to this legend, a brave gnome knight once participated in a battle that lasted many days. He had to ride into battle down one and the same path, past one and the same boulder. Soon he was fed up with it. He started to chip off a piece of the boulder each time he rode past, eventually carving it into a giant apple. Okay. The little game turned out to be so captivating that soon the knight's entire squad began to do the same. And then the enemy joined in too. It goes without saying that they all were gnomes. Oh my gosh. The war soon ended, but before it did, they had carved in all kinds of fruit and vegetables from a dozen boulders and a couple of rocks, all well mounted too. And that is how our noble society was born. Well, it certainly sounds eccentric. Are you all going to join my army? Of course not, Aranka replies, clearly speaking for everyone. We didn't come here to march around in neat little rows like all the crusaders who've come before us. We're here to answer the call of our hearts, and we're going to help you in every way we can. We all do something for our cause, but we are free spirits. We take orders from no one, and we certainly do not join in other people's war games. Okay. Fair. Army discipline and the gray walls of Dresden do not stir our hearts, Aurora. Yet I know that you are the wind of change we've been waiting for. In Canabras, I witnessed your kindness, bravery, and tenacity. I'll follow you straight into hellfire. All of us will. But we will each tread our own path. Now, what am I going to do with you? I know what you need to do. Knight them. Ivu whispers loudly. She continues a little embarrassed as Aranka and the others look at her in surprise. I mean, I've been told many stories about Galarian, and that's always what happens in them. Aurora is the knight commander, right? That means she can knight you all. Ordinary knights are a bit boring, but I know Aurora will make your oath really exciting. I like the sound of that. We'll be the Free Crusaders. What do you think, Aurora? Just make up an oath for us so we can be knighted, and then we'll start our campaign against the demons, and they will tremble before us. Oh boy. My dear cousin Galfrey will have an apologetic fit if she finds out about this farce. That's why I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Just do it. Aw, man, I really want to do this, but if I fail, I'm gonna feel miserable. Do it. Alright. Ah, there we go. Okay, yay. A wave of inspiration swells within you. Brothers and sisters, our paths have led us here to this place on this day because we are guided by the same stars and beckoned by one and the same dream. Ours is a dream of freedom and of the triumph over light over darkness. I am not here to rule over you, but rather to be the first among equals as long as you are willing to follow me. Stand up, brothers and sisters. Henceforth you shall be my free knight crusaders. Ivu whispers loudly in your ear. You should have added something at the end, like, cookies for everyone, except we probably don't have any cookies. Well, I can fly off quick and bring some back. I love Ivu. What an excellent addition to my team. Whoa. Ooh. Oh wow, what was that? Where did it come from? I bet a jar of strawberry jam. It came straight from Elysium. I mean, I don't have any strawberry jam, but still. The big grown-up dragons in my family can transform their environment like this. But how did you do it? Thal the wallflower scratches the bridge of his nose, clearly anxious. We've seen something like this happen before. Aurora, it was back in Canabras in the temple where we all gathered together. A glowing aura enveloped you, and we heard music that wasn't actually there. Just the same as this time. A wondrous power dwells within you, and it's growing. Where are you going now? Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do now? We'll set up camp here. Our learned friends will observe this Garden of Elysium and study it. The artists among us will start working on their art. I'll help the Caldarian halflings prepare to launch raids against the demons. The cavalry sculptors? I have no idea what they'll do, but I hope they'll keep themselves busy somehow. Drop by in a couple of weeks, will you? We'll have settled in by then, and we may even have something else to show you, but it's a secret for now. You forgot the most important part. Honestly, what would you all do without a smart little dragon like me around? Azadas have courts. The Court of Silent Laughter, for example, or the Court of the Flaming Storm. They always have such pretty names. People come to the courts freely and then stay because they like it there and have some affinity with it. That's why Aurora has to give this place a name. It's her court, after all. Oh, don't let me name it, man. I'm so bad with names. Ah. Can give a name to her court, which is a company of her allies and the place where they meet. I want to make it sound cool. This game makes that really hard. Everything sounds cool. The foxhole. I mean, I'm game for it. That sounds fine. What about... I mean, I'm okay with the Court of Mischief, personally. I mean, it sounds okay. It's not over the top, but... I think I spelled that right. I know! I just need Wolchip to come back. Wherever the hell he is. Oh my gosh, we can rest in the water. That's so cool. Okay, that's where we exit. Anything else for me to... Anything for me to loot? No? Okay. And now we leave.
Follow if you dare.
I don't even know where Woljif went. Literally, someone told me he left during, like, a raid, and he left of his own accord. I don't even know where he went. No, I don't want to go back. Okay, where are we headed? So we finished up... So where's that he'll be able to lure out the dragon. All that we need is a suitable place for an ambush. Shoot a commander. I already did that. Southwest. I think I sent a scouting party, so I don't have to go. That's not very helpful. Wait 2 weeks to visit the court. Okay. Nenio needs alcohol. Middle game. Build the main stables in Dresden. Building to keep. A staff council. What's a staff council? How do I do that? Manage, I guess? 'Cause I can build... Oh my god, guys. I think I have to build a stable, is that what it said? Main stables is what I have to do. I need 500 material for that, though. And I don't know how I would build a staff. I don't think I could buy those materials. No. It wouldn't be enough. Okay. I don't understand. What does that mean? Form a staff council. What does that mean? I have to look it up. I don't know how one would. There's Ivu. Anivia. Nope. Okay. Ivu. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious. I once met the eldest Sheikah of the First World. There was a baby dragon with them. He saw me and rushed up to me, yelling, "Dragon!" And I said, "Aren't you a dragon too?" And he said, "Yes, me dragon, yes." What a weird guy. What do you think of my companions? Oh, I thought you'd never ask. I like Arushale best. She's so cute, and she has wings too. They make her twice as cute. I love this dragon. Ember is kind, but I'm a little scared of her. And don't tell anyone this, I almost got in a fight with that crow of hers. What did you say to freaking... What'd you say to... Oh god, what the hell? I don't remember what the crow's name is. She's told me. I like Land, but he's really, really sad, even when he's making jokes. Soot. Or rather, he's even more sad when he's making jokes. It's all the wrong way around. I don't understand him. Or Lan. Regil? Boo. Let's kick him out. Pretty please. Socio always makes me smile, but he won't paint me properly. I keep telling him to add an extra tail, a fluffy one, and make my claws fluffy. And maybe add a golden little plume that glows. But he just says that I don't look like that in real life. Who cares about real life when you can imagine so much better? Sela, I kind of like her, but I kind of don't. She always treats me like I'm just some little pipsqueak. I mean, I know I'm little, but I'm still a dragon. Camellia is beautiful, but her spirit doesn't seem to want to talk to me for some reason. I guess it's just too shy. I don't think it's shy, I think she's hiding something. Just stay away from Raivu. I don't even want to talk about Greybor. It's like he's always sizing me up, wondering what kind of trophy I'll make when I'm big. I'll steal his pack one night and chew it up just because I can. Daeran is mean. He doesn't think I'm even a little bit cute. I'm sure of it. How can you even speak to someone who doesn't love a cute little dragon like me? I'm a bit scared of Nenio. She already tried to catch me 3 times. She said she wanted to measure me with a ruler or something and attach a clothespin to my wings. It sure was annoying. Nenio better not touch my dragon. I'll kill Nenio. I like Irabeth, but only from a distance. I don't want to be too friendly with her. I mean, she'd probably start making scary faces and stamping her feet if I scattered peas where the paladins go to pray. You know, to make them slip and flail their arms about trying to stay standing. That would be so funny. Anivia probably wouldn't yell at me, but she'd probably catch me before I poured the peas. I'm friends with your entire court, especially Aranka, Wallflower, and Ilks, but you probably know that already. Aren't you scared of battling the demons? Not even a little bit. After all, I have you by my side. Aww, so sweet. By the way, next time we meet any demons, we should ask them if they're scared to fight us. I'm sure they would never admit it. Alright, I have to go. Then I have to go too. We have to go. Both of us. I love this little dragon. This little dragon better not have anything happen to her or him. Actually, I don't know what Ivu's gender is. It's not very important, I guess. So how do I start a soldier or a staff council or whatever? How do I do that? Because I'm guessing it would be kind of similar to Kingmaker's officials. But it sounds like... I don't think you can romance the dragon. But hey, you said you already have a bard you're playing. If you can, you let me know. Oh, I can... Ooh, I can do this. I can do this too. Oh, hold on. Just... So, I'm guessing it's not something I can just do, I suppose. Because command doesn't have anything. I would definitely make a relic. Hmm. 5 days. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up after stream, see what I'm missing. I love that, though. Daeran's mean. Yeah, he is. You get used to it. Where... Over here. Okay. Should we take him with us? I guess so. I guess we will. Hell if I know. Because I just don't think we'll be able to make it to where the dragon is, personally. We have to go past all of these. That's fair. You're right, Ivu did. I just don't know if it's smart to let Ivu, dictate our movements exactly. That was weird. Ah!
This will be quick.
Oh, hi. Well, how you doing?
I will resist.
Hi.
Don't hold back.
Oh, I didn't know I was too close. Okay. Ow, why do they always go straight for me?
Out of my sight!
Get him, Ivu. Oh.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Wow.
Simply business.
Wow, you all are rolling crap.
Strike!
I will see to your demise.
Get him, Ivu. Nice.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Wow, everybody's just rolling crap.
Into the fray!
It's your time to cease to exist.
Nice. Those are all masterwork. Okay, it doesn't look like there was anything but an ambush here. We should probably sleep. I think everybody's fatigued. Well, everyone except her. Crusade? What? Oh, forming a diplomatic council. There it is. Oh, well... I'm in the middle of another diplomatic thing right now, though. Come on. At least I like a little notification that stuff's going on. Alright, let's see. Rest. Yeah. Oh, can I not make stuff? Am I missing Yeah, I guess I am missing potions and things. Okay. What am I missing? Okay. Let's make a potion of cat's grace. That seems fine. And we'll make... Woljif's not here. He doesn't get to have his favorite dish made. We could do midnight soup. Lance favorite dish. Eat it to spite him. Yeah, but he's not here to feel bad about it. I do like the +10 movement. It's only an 80% chance success, but I think that's pretty good. Yeah. See if I can have anyone help me. So we have Daeran there. There. I think I have everybody. He can do camouflage. Yeah, that seems fine.
If you revealed the names of your clients to your victims, that at least would be more honest.
Do you think your victims accept death more easily because it was technically ordered by Iomade?
He's got a point. Godspeed salad. Wonder what that tastes like. I guess I should make him. What does that do? You found a way to use your perception and knowledge to better defend yourself. You study you a bonus to AC against target of your studied ability. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Rupture restraints. You can create a surge of power that frees you from all magical restraints. I make the spell any effects. That's pretty cool. Alright. I don't think we're gonna be able to go this way because there's a demon incursion right here. Oh, no, we can. Cool. I didn't know we could go past those. I thought those were, like, blockades. The lake lost to the sun. Huh. Okay. Funny little faces you have when you're afraid. How deliciously pathetic you all are. Devara. Hi. Well, crap. I found it!
Prepare yourself.
Yep, we found it.
Precision and grace.
You won't survive me.
Wow, we have to roll a 20 to hit this thing. What is this thing's AC? 36! Holy crap, how am I even supposed to hit this thing? Alright. That's weird. Okay. I know, but what am I supposed to... Character can study an opponent as a move action. What's the difference here? Swift action. Suppose study target. Yeah, I know. I should have brought more wizards with me. I did not. All those dragon sounds are really cool, though. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, have you move here, I guess. I don't want you going right up to it. I'd like it to actually move to hit us. Ow.
At once.
Wait. Did you just use a breath weapon and get... mirror image? Wait, did that just heal the dragon too? Why? It shouldn't have. I'm scared to do this, but... Cool. 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 Oh, I'm definitely hitting its touch, you're right. Just don't know how my fighters are gonna hit it. I just have to boost up their attacks, is what I have to do. And I don't know why, but every time I use Bone Shaker... Let's have Daeran just go back. We definitely can have him do True Strike. That'll make him hit no matter what. I think to hit... Oh, Raybor, we brought you to help! Asshole. Oh. Well, crap. Cool. Don't get in close range with it. Hold Shift 2.0. Alright, let's see. +1 resistance on saves. +2 bonus. Okay, let's do this one. Why won't you just accept your fate and become my dinner? I'll eat you all soon enough. Ivor, are you okay? Well, I just wasted spells. Come back over here, you coward.
Practice makes perfect.
I don't think we have any potions to just give people. Ah, we got one. Prefer not to waste spells. Okay.
I do what I must.
Dragon's a bitch. Should we go to the Temple of the Good Hunt? I feel like we should. Yeah, sure. Why not? Can I go up here? I just want to check out the not so obvious door first. So that's just the edge of the map.
I'm gone.
Okay. Looks like there's just nothing here.
We do it my way.
Skullberry.
Follow if you dare.
Okay, no, that's just the edge of the map. Okay. So, poor Ivor's gone. Am I fatigued already? Why am I always
My
easily
skills
fatigued?
are absolute.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
There we go.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Okay. I wonder what they would have, because that battle looked like it was set up to take out one of your characters and then they flew off. What happened if you managed to kill the dragon before it flew off? Oh my gosh, why is this happening? Stop. I don't know why it does that. Alright, let's go in. Probably a dungeon.
I'm off.
Oh. Hello. The young cleric of Erastil greets you with a shy smile. What an honor it is to see you again, Commander. Welcome to the Temple of Delamere the Blessed. As the temple's prior, I offer you my greetings. At the word prior, the priest's face flushes pink. Have we met this guy? No. Yeah, we have. Kaido. He says to meet you again. Remind me, who are you? Kaido the shepherd boy. Well, that's what they used to call me, but it's not very fitting for a priest, is it? The cleric lapses in confused silence for a few moments. I come from a village near Lastwall. I have always been drawn to Erastil even as a child. A cleric by the name of... John! Oh my gosh, that's from Kingmaker! Once passed through our village, a kind old man, he looked me in the eye, a silly little kid, and he said, I see you're going to serve Erastil just like myself, and so I did. When I heard about your crusade, I set out to join it, just like my heart was telling me to do. Oh, I love throwbacks like that. At first I served as a novice under the venerable... Oh, Rathamus. And now he's gone, and I've been left with my... Rathamus and I marched on Dresden with your forces. We fought in your host, and then when the demons were driven out, I came here. The temple is centuries old. Erastil's worshippers would have come here in their hundreds in the past, but even now we get the odd pilgrim wandering in. That's why I wanted to take over this temple. Someone ought to take care of this sacred place. Fair enough. I want to know more about the temple. Where to begin? This temple is dedicated to Delamere. Oh, I mean, of course, it is a temple of Erastil, but Delamere was the prior of this temple. I mean, no, I am the prior of this temple, and she is like its blessed Mother Superior, its patroness. The young man falls into a confused silence and looks pleadingly at you. Please understand me and my rabblings. What is it like to be prior? Oh, it's terrifying. Honest response. I live here alone, you see. People travel a great distance to come here, but I have been given an important task. Here in the world, when these temples are needed more than ever so that people don't lose their faith. But that doesn't stop my legs shaking in terror. When I think of my teacher Rathamus, rest his soul, I feel like running away. Yeah, it's sad. Wasn't Rathamus the one that turned into a ghoul? Because that was sad. I swear I would have run long ago, but one thing keeps me here. Erastil would not have granted me these spells for no reason. I cannot let him down, or the people. I can't let them down either. You say you're a coward, but you're in no hurry to leave this place, even though nobody's keeping you here. I know from experience how scary it is to be alone surrounded by strangers. You're not as weak as you think. You're stronger than most. This place frightens you, but you're still here. You should be proud of that. Yeah, double up on what Lan said. Kyato smiles bashfully. Erastil is still with me. If my faith is strong, his antlers will protect me from evil demons. He won't let them devour me. That's a lot of faith. Because let me tell you, there are plenty of clerics and paladins that die up here in the World Wound. And they have plenty of faith. Tell me about Delamere. I know, rip. She lived in these parts back when Socorus was still standing. She was a priestess of Erastil, and the Kellids deeply respected her for her hard nature and her unshakable faith. Erastil blessed her with various wonders, and the common folk knew that she would stand up for them. Delamere did not like city life. She said cities encouraged vile deeds and corruption of the soul. I don't agree, but I understand. She said that people ought to live in small clans where everyone knows everyone, where everyone is kin, and where everyone has a duty to the rest. You can't hide your sins in a village. In a village, everyone knows what kind of person you are. Yeah, but that just puts a lot of unnecessary pressure onto people. She had a revelation, and she would travel around the villages and see how many people lived there. If any settlement had more than 53 souls, she drove out all the rest and told them to settle elsewhere. Well, that doesn't seem very kind. Because otherwise the villages would have grown and turned into little towns. Her methods were harsh, of course, but people still listened to her, because Erastil himself was on her side. She had an edge to her. She single-handedly chased off whole bands of marauders that harassed villagers. Okay, so she was basically a very opinionated lady. And after she died, this temple was built in her honor, in the place where Erastil gifted her with his relics. They say it was here that a white stag emerged from the forest and spoke to her in a human voice, telling her that she should hunt it because it was the will of her lord. Delamere tracked that stag for 3 days and 3 nights through the forests, and when she ran it to ground, she made its antlers into a bow and hid its armor, and its hide into armor. I can't read. And that bow never misses. A bow that doesn't miss, you say? Erastil himself blessed that armor so that it repels the strikes of enemies. Did she really drive people out of their villages? That's ridiculous. Kyato heatedly responds, his voice trembling in anger. It's not ridiculous. It might sound strange, but Erastil blessed Delamere alone, and he gave her wisdom and power. Yeah, okay. I don't particularly care about Erastil's teachings. I know it from the first game. Basically, Erastil promotes small communities that help each other and to respect nature even when you're hunting. You don't overhunt, you just hunt what you need. Have you seen anything suspicious in the area? The cleric swallows nervously and lowers his gaze. No, everything's quiet around here. There's nothing going on in this temple, that's for sure. Pilgrims have said there's a dragon flying around this area, snatching up travelers, and others say that's just a rumor. It's not a rumor, we just ran into it. Things are quiet here in my temple. Have you heard about my new powers? I don't know why we keep asking people this question. It's like we have to boast about it. Your power is hard to miss. It's like grass growing through stone, stubborn, full of life, and unpredictable. Sometimes it seems like I can sense your approach from afar, like a gust of warm wind or the freshness in the air that comes before the storm. There is goodness in your power, but there is something else that frightens me. It is too unpredictable, and it seems to me that you cannot fully control it. Grass between stones. To grow the grass must destroy solid ground, but something may have been standing on that solid foundation. Something may have relied on its firmness. I'm sorry, I can't express myself more clearly to you. You should be speaking to someone who's truly wise about this. Okay, I have to go. May Erastil bless your crusade, Commander.
Can't hide from me.
What did you find? Nice. Is he missing an arm? I'm just saving in case this is me stealing something.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Why? The young cleric lets out a loud scream and addresses you in a quavering voice. I beg you, don't touch that door. Why? I discovered a concealed door in the temple. Where does it lead? Kato's face goes gray and he falters and stutters out over his words. Sus. What door? Ah, the door. It leads into the cellar. There's nothing interesting behind that door. Sweat breaks out on the cleric's forehead as he looks at you with pleading eyes. Well, if only we had done Angel, it would have been so much easier. Oof. Oh, we gotta roll at least a 9. You're hiding something you're hiding some terrible secret. If you continue to do so, one of your flock will suffer. Is that what you want? Daeran doesn't mean he got this. I hope you're right. No. Young cleric's face pales, but he shakes his head furiously. I swear, there's no secret. Leave me alone, please. A pathetic spectacle, mutters Daeran under his breath, but then he unexpectedly addresses the young man kindly. Do not stain your soul with false oaths. You are better than that. You are above such things. You were given powers by the one wisest and most just gods in Galarian for a reason. You must see that we are your friends, the commander and I, in whose veins flow the blood of Celestials. Who can you trust if not us? Hi? What? Daeran? Kyato looks to be on the verge of tears. It's all Xandra. She's a witch. She came here one night, threatened to torture me, and demanded I let her into the crypt. She said that her friends would be coming here sometimes, and then she placed a curse on me. If I allow anyone other than initiated servants of Baphomet into the crypt without her permission, a brood of rats will appear in my stomach and they will gnaw me from the inside out. That's horrifying. I do not blame you, good sir, for being afraid. But I want to live. I'm no warrior. I'm a humble shepherd. And I never said a word to anyone. They could go in there and do things. They whisper. I'm afraid to go in. And you can't go in. No one can in there now anyways. Zandra hasn't been there for many days. And Erastil willing, she won't come again, a cursed witch. Huh. I mean, I think I have a remove curse spell I could use. Daeran listens to the cleric's stuttering speech with a sympathetic smile, but his lips twitch as though fighting the urge to curve into a smirk that is far less kind. Oh, remove curse isn't a hex, it's a spell. Hex rat brood. Yeah, just effect on your enemies, you'll be good to go. So, Daeran's playing him. After the boy finishes, Daeran heaves a theatrical sad smile, then turns and speaks sotto voce, so that Kyato cannot hear. The first part of my persuasive speech I stole from my dear cousin. The middle I took from Prelate Halron's sermons, and would you believe it, it worked. I do not know which I prefer more, to sting the little whelp along some more, or force my way into that crypt to see if the witch's curse is true. I don't know who this Zandra is, but I'd really like to get my hands on her and have a chat. Or maybe I'd just reach for my weapon right away. It speaks a language all its own. True enough. But a quick death is too good for cultist scum like her, after all the fear and torment and pain they put people through. After the furious outburst, Sela calms down and speaks to Kyato. Stay strong, kid. You're not alone. You have allies, and your faith. I want to go inside the crypt. Man, I really need to replay and go through the Trickster path. I was stuck between choosing Azada and the Trickster path. Those were my two that I felt like fit my character. And I decided Azada. And now I'm like, man, but if I had picked Trickster, what would have happened? The cleric's resistance is hanging by a thread. His lips are trembling and his voice drops to a whisper. I have the key, but what right do you have to... I know, this way I get a dragon, though. That's what really sold me on it, was I get a pet dragon. Do tell. Can I cast Remove Curse? Is that gonna help him? You betrayed your flock. If you have even an ounce of conscience left, you'll give me the key. Kyato's face reddens in shame. With a trembling hand, he gives you the key. The final words sound unexpectedly clear and crisp. Don't go in there. Can I help you?
We should move.
Can I remove curse? I will break enchantment. Hell yeah. Let's save. Let me see if this works. No, I want it on him. Ugh. I couldn't. Well, I just wasted that. All allies in third. I should have. I should have read. I should have read that more thoroughly. So if I move all of us here, will it work on him too? Maybe?
It's time to act.
No, it's only gonna work on my party. Crap. He's not technically an ally. Remove curse. Here we go. This one. It'll work. How do you feel? Did it not work? I don't want to kill him over this. He seems like a good kid. There's something else I can do?
Can't hide from me.
What? Aha! Trap. Okay.
The struggles never cease. I'm trusting you. I'm glad I was useful to you.
I'm sure there's a way around it. I just have to figure it out.
Take a look.
Well, I'm just taking all of his food now.
I finished here. Is there more?
Ooh. Oh my gosh! So we have a sentient weapon called Finian, and he doesn't remember anything about prior to becoming a weapon. So... looks like this is a report on that. Master, the first stage of the testing process was a success. Specimen 367, Finian Dismar, turned into a sword on command. The sword possesses sufficient sharpness and the ability to adjust the wielder's strike. It beheaded a crusader with a single blow, a clean cut. The blade is undamaged. Additional notes. The specimen makes unwanted noises resembling weeping. No reaction to threats. Oh. Kill him by making him starve, yeah. Man, Finian. I think Finian would remember his time as a weapon, but I think he's done so many horrid things as a weapon he doesn't want to remember. Like he's blocking it out.
I finished here. Is there more?
Gloves, you say? What kind of gloves? Ultimate Predator. Interesting. Unfortunately, my monk is more of an archer.
I'm gone.
I really don't. I don't want to kill him. I'm sure there's a way around it.
Ah, a surprise.
There are a lot of traps here. Can you?
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Can you put... Nah, you can't. It's all locked out. Gotta love Ibu, though.
Aha! You've marched me to the bones today.
I put it on a horse. That's amazing. What's this? Oh, an elven note.
Please, forgive me.
Can you do it again?
I finished here. Is there more?
Ooh, dexterity +4. Nice. Why do I have ability damage? Oh, I'm fatigued. Let's... Yeah, that seems good. magic essence. I wish I could find the storyteller. I've been trying to upgrade this sword forever. And he told me that I could if I found magical essence, but I'm so afraid this is gonna kill him. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if there's a way around it. What was the temple called? Aww. So, okay. That sucks. Yeah. So, I don't really have a choice in the matter here. So either we can go down there and kill him, or we don't. Basically, you have to be the angel or trickster path in order to spare him. So, I guess I'm gonna hold off on it because I don't want to kill him. And he said the witch isn't there, so maybe we'll find her somewhere else and kill her, and then we can come back and get the bow. I hope. But that's sad.
We do it my way.
But the loot! Yeah, I know. Believe me, I get you. Oh boy, what's this? An odd and somewhat touched priest has sought an audience. In a dream, he saw himself eradicate the world wound, and he is convinced that it was an omen. With the help of the relics he borrowed from his temple, he was able to make the arduous journey to Dresden, and now he is asking the commander to keep them safe while he is away on his quest to fight evil. Why don't we just let him join the army? Like, he can still fight to help get rid of the world wound, but we can be like, hey, maybe your dream meant you help us fight the world wound, and that's how you get rid of it. Arushale was able to convince the priest that he had interpreted the dream wrong. His mission was to indeed travel to the world wound and fight it, but he read the metaphor of closing the wound too literally. His true purpose is not to bear this burden solely on his own shoulders, but to join the crusade and do his part in achieving victory over the demons by, for example, serving as a healer. Yes. So do we have a healer here now? Oh boy. Oh, I have to go all the way back. A request from the theater crew. The next door theater troupe that travels to the crusade has requested an audience. I don't want to go back yet. The arrival of Blackstone Company. Yeah, close to the world. So that's horrible. Yeah, that's the worst pun. A mercenaries group going by the name of Blackstone Company has arrived in Dresden. Their leader, Captain Sealkind, seeks an audience. Oh, Urusule wants to talk. Wishes a private conversation with the commander whenever she can spare some time in Dresden. I guess I could go back. I'm not that far away, I guess. I just don't wanna. Alright, let's sleep, I guess.
You're a master at drinking and having a good time. Have you ever thought of putting all that to good use? By throwing a charity banquet or something?
My mother used to do such things, but I don't have time for such deathly dullness. Next, you'll be suggesting I traipse around the homes of deserving poor, basket in arm.
Well, that was... Oh, come on, really? Man. That sounded like a very hesitant answer on Daeran's part. My mother used to do such things. Alright, I guess we go back. Ooh, Ashen Grota? Oh, okay. I know, right? It sounded like he was. Ah. This is what happens when you have armored units in your
They
party.
will break against our resolve.
Oh, what is... Ah.
I
No.
will resist.
Oh, what? Where is a succubus at? Where is she? Abyssal Huntress.
Out of my sight!
Whoa. Okay. Oh, well, I'm down. I'm afraid to put anywhere near. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can just use this.
Into the fray!
Lan, can you just,
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oh my gosh. Lan! Wow.
Simply business.
Okay. Mr. AC. 24, that's not bad.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, I forgot she doesn't have the no provoke thing. Alright. Why do you have a whip? Where am I at? Did I just get all my health back? Okay. I'm not gonna argue. And I'm gonna run the fuck away, because I already provoked. Ow. I'm not.
The inheritor, guide my blade!
You won't survive me.
Get her.
Please, help me, someone! Save me!
I'm... okay.
It's your time to cease to exist.
I don't know if she's still healable or not. Nope, she's down. Okay, cool. I hate those trips. Get up. Okay. I don't know if I'm out of range of that or not. Touch is 10. What that bow? Where's the smite evil?
The light take you!
Endure this!
Oh, come on. Land. Thank you.
You're in my way.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Well,
Victory is worth the pain. Plan went
I've
awry.
never fought these things before. Well, I'm not gonna hit that. I'm not risking Ibu.
Into the fray! Ah!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Make every strike count.
You gotta love and hate Pathfinder in the way where you
Must
turn a corner and you
withdraw
suffer
the
death.
plan went awry. Damn.
Okay, alright, okay. What is your touch AC? 15, alright. I missed. Okay. I'm not doing it. Trying not to get Sela in this. Hi. Crazy.
Missed me already.
Guess it's a good thing we're going back to the freaking capital. Jeez. Now we can get rid of the death door effect. Want that bow. Give me that bow. Ugh, these things are gross though, look at this. Blech. Shock composite lung. That's so much better than Finian. guess they do. With eyeballs. Cancerous testicles with eyeballs. Man, but I love the keen. 13 to 20. To 25. But it's not cold iron, and I don't like that. Well, that one wasn't either, so I guess it's fine. That's actually really funny. We took a bow from a succubus and we gave it to our succubus. I wonder if that's insensitive. Okay. I'm gonna go back down. I thought maybe this was an ulterior way to Dresden. It was not. No, we're gonna rest here. Hope you don't know her, here you go. A little racist to assume that all succubi know each other. Don't you think, Fox? Commander, Anivia greets you with a slight nod. I have some information for you. Though what I found out is mostly innocent, it might be cause for concern. Concern? What do you mean? Well, about the well-being of one of your companions. Oh, no, what? Tell me. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. Why? It's a very odd place to play cards. We usually turn a... Maybe they were larvae together or something. Yeah. We usually turn a blind eye to such things. Though it's against regulations, we let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. And that's usually the case. But recently my people noticed Social among them, and the gambling seems to be having an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my no out of other people's private affairs. With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But this time, it's about someone you trust with your life, so maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Wow, I didn't know Socio was a gambler. Sorry, my thing was lagging. Again. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. Okay, well, we're gonna have to look into that. Sealkind. Before you stands a tall, fit man whose dark hair is already tinged with gray. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Sealkind. I command the vanguard of a mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We've come from Daeran to assist you. Oh, I love Andorans. Andorians? I think it's Andorians. Tell me more about your unit. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andorian mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in dangerous enterprises and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Fair enough. Organized adventuring party. Which is why we held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade. Though some of our commanders... I did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, we Andorans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought. Only convinced. Why'd you join up with us? Galfrey paid for our services, but please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andoran. So the ideas of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We will be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Erosian, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command. Okay, tell me more about you. The man flashes a genuine smile. I don't even know what to say. I am a soldier, a bit of an explorer, and just an all-around honest man. That sounds vague, and I don't like vague. Why? And now it's good again. Okay. Every couple minutes it happens. Everyone is sus, yeah. Okay, get on with your duties. Yes, ma'am. Murder hobo everyone. Yes, ma'am. Glad to be under your command. Captain Sealkind salutes you again, smiles, and adds in a softer voice. It will be an honor to serve with you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. Are you hitting on me? I'll have you know I am taken. I don't know by who yet, but I will be taken. Erebus said that we're under threat from demons with unusual abilities, like that Nabasu that attacked your army at the Lost Chapel. They're very powerful and they're growing in number. You haven't found out where they're coming from, have you? Ursula looks around shyly and continues lowering her voice, as if entrusting you with a personal secret. You want her pink kisses. Yeah. Exactly. I'm not sure, but I think I have a lead. I know where to find someone who can lead us to the source of their power. Who are you talking about? A hag by the name of Jerunica. She used to live here before the fall of Socorus, but when the demons invaded this world, she happily took their side. The old cannibal knows many secrets. You just have to make her talk. Does this Jerunica also have special powers? Her? I doubt it. But still, be careful. She is very old, very sly, and she's incredibly dangerous. Where can I find her? The place is called the Green Gates. I'll show you how to get there. Long ago, before the World Moon, there was a Sicorian fortress there, and Crusaders built a small chapel. But for many, many years, the place has been home to nothing but abominations and squalor. How did you find out about this? Arushile quickly looks at the faces of those present and seems to curl in on herself. Quietly, almost whispering, she says, "That is a long story. I will tell you when we get there, alright?" Thanks for the tip. I'm happy to help. It's just... Arushile looks around again, cautiously, and lowers her voice. You won't go there without me, will you? I want to personally make sure this monster doesn't escape you. Okay. I take you everywhere already, so that's not really... What the... That's a lot of flowers. The overwhelming fragrance of roses hits you as soon as you enter the headquarters. Roses occupy every inch of available space, fresh and sweet-smelling, as if they have just come into bloom. The scene is capped off by Daeran, who stands in the center of this rosarium with a single red rose in his hand and an expression of utter innocence on his face. I don't believe you. Ah, Aurora, it's so good you dropped by. As you can see, I've been working on a little something, and I'm afraid some of your advisors are less than happy about it. Why did you bring a bunch of roses to my citadel, Daeran? Sure, if by a little something you mean an entire shipment of freshly cut roses teleported here from some southern country. Erebus shifts from foot to foot, glaring at the flowers pressing in from all sides. You could have outfitted an entire unit with the money you spent on this. Fortunately, they were my own personal funds, so I spent them as I saw fit. This gloomy citadel needed an injection of beauty. Daeran brings his crimson rose to his face and inhales its scent, his eyes never leaving yours. I feel like I'm in danger for some reason, and I fight demons for a living. That's none of my business, of course, but I've known you a long time, Daeran Arande. This whole thing looks like another scandalous stunt concocted to rile up the Crusaders. If you want to pay court to the commander, don't do it in our headquarters. I, for one, have no problem being courted in our headquarters. A tragic misunderstanding has occurred. Daeran pauses while continuing to cast delighted glances at you over his rose. Yeah, Daeran's full name is sus. Daeran is sus. There's nothing... Daeran is never not shady. Daeran a Daeran. Oh my god, I never even noticed that! That's amazing! The thing is, I had no intention whatsoever of courting the commander in the romantic sense of this word. It never even crossed my mind. I do not know what led you to such a farcical conclusion. He uses words I don't even know. I guess that's what makes it noble for you, I guess. Daeran holds the rose with the utmost delicacy, waving it gently from side to side. According to recent research conducted by Absalom scholars, the scent of roses reduces stress and fatigue, refreshes one's thoughts, and stimulates intellectual activity. So I only had the good of the crusade in mind when I placed these flowers here. My actions were entirely selfless and sincere. Oh, indeed, were they, Daeran? Yeah, I'll play a little more flirtatiously, sure. Pluck a petal from the rose in Daeran's hand. I can't wait to learn more about the unique properties of roses. I shall be happy to share my knowledge, someday under more amenable circumstances. He bows. I do believe my work is done. Till next time, Aurora. Oh my god, the roses are still there! That's amazing! I love that they stay. Okay. Alright, the theater troupe. Right, I forgot about this. So many visitors. Grandma Gretlin lowers herself into a bow. Good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the next door theater. We are still working on our piece about your heroism. We have even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina? Tina, say hello to her commandership. She didn't say hello. We are faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on a climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the options. Grandma Gretlin holds a scroll up before her eyes and begins to read, running a gnarled finger across each line. Okay. Option 1. The commander, so that's you, launches herself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress walls, allowing the armies to rush inside. I didn't do that. Option 2. The commander, so that's you again, masquerades as a Balor and creeps into Dresden in disguise, and then opens the gate to the Crusaders. I also didn't do that. Option 3. The commander, so that's you again, rides to the attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should we call it a battering ram, and it breaks down the city gates. Well, what do you say? I didn't do any of these things. I mean, hey, I personally like being launched out of a catapult. That sounds cool. Battering ram? Alright, we'll do battering ram. I like the version where I ride on the back of an enormous mountain goat. But where are you going to get a goat that size? We're still working on that part, your commandership. It's hard to get a goat in the middle of the world wound, especially an enormous one. But we'll think of something, don't you worry. Oh boy. How much you gonna bet they're gonna get a horse and they're just gonna put, like, fake horns on it? Grandma Gretlin and her entourage move away, but their voices project so well that you easily hear the rest of the conversation. Oh god. Do you think the commander will mind if we add the goat and the catapult to the show? That way the bit where she breaks down the gates will make for much better drama. Oh, there we go! Fox, we got what we both wanted. Did you forget that the role of the commander is being played by a Cyclops? How are we going to launch Lambkin out of a catapult? Where are we going to fight a catapult that won't just break under his weight? Calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snag. We can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. We'll think of something. You'll see. Oh my gosh, I have so many people. Early sunset. Otherworldly is the word that describes the stranger's face best. Everything about him indicates that he has arrived from another plane. He bows before you with grace and dignity. So that's what you look like, troublemaker. The whole plane of Elysium seems to be talking about you. Your power resounds through space like a bell. I hurried to the call so I could advise you and help you avoid any missteps. Your name is Early Sunset? Boring. Yawns Ivu. Wisdom is often tiresome. A mortal cannot be expected to wield supernatural power without guidance. So you would do well to take advice from an actual supernatural being, Aurora. You may call me Early Sunset. I hope to become your most trusted advisor in all matters great or small. You're telling me you're from Elysium and you're talking about guidance and wisdom. I don't believe you. I think you're an imposter. Ivu's chaotic and I believe she's from Elysium. So you're a real Azada then? You came from Elysium? Not precisely. The news of you and your peculiar abilities reached me while I was traveling between planes, so I have not come directly from Elysium. However, I can tell you quite a lot about it if you'd like. How exactly can you help me? I will monitor your abilities, observing how they develop. You have probably discovered by now that they're somewhat chaotic and prone to spontaneous manifestation without your deliberate will. It's not surprising. Azadas and other supernatural beings are created with their power already a part of them, yet you received yours as a sudden gift. That gift may be inconvenient and even dangerous for its wielder. I will try to learn more about it and teach you to control it over time. A mentor is essential for such an undertaking. I seem to be doing pretty okay with that one. If you really are a good mentor, then you should teach them the fun stuff. You know, things like how to make pretty pictures on berry jelly with whipped cream. Ivu licks her lips. Not this boring stuff. Do you know anything about my power? It's unique, no doubt about that. Everything seems to suggest that you're somehow wielding the powers of the mightiest Azadas. Mortals possess many gifts and may reach extraordinary heights in sorcery, but your abilities are on another level entirely. They abide by different rules, if there are any rules at all to speak of. If this is the will of one of the gods of Elysium, I'd like to be the first to discover their intentions. That said, it may well be a careless folly long forgotten by its author and not a deliberate design. In that case, you will need my help and advice all the more. Glad to meet you, Early Sunset. The pleasure is mine. The newcomer inclines his head. I'll take up no more of your time. If you wish to talk, I'll be nearby. It will take me some time and observation of you to ascertain how exactly your powers manifest itself, and how you must wield it to stop it spiraling out of control. Once I have something useful to tell you, I will inform you without delay. Okay. Let's go ahead and save. What to call it? fight a dragon. Okay, let's see if he needs to talk to us. Oh gosh, okay, here we go. We kind of know what Elysium's like. We were there already. How is your study of my power progressing? Not quite as quickly as I'd like. Still, I can already tell that the key to controlling your powers lies in self-control, believe it or not. You're driven by emotion. It may bring visions of Elysium upon you, or it may turn the rock you stand upon into a garden. So far, these manifestations of power have been harmless, but someday you might transform a fortress wall standing between you and your enemy army into a curtain of flowering vines. That's why you cannot simply let things run their course. Be cautious and prudent when making decisions. I'll be there for you. I will intervene and advise you if the choice you're about to make is potentially dangerous. Danger's my middle name. Why did you decide to help me in the first place? Someone had to. Says Early Sunset, his voice heavy with meaning. Anyone who wields that kind of power, especially a power heretofore unknown that shifts the balance in the world wound, cannot be left unattended. As much as I'd like to avoid odious comparisons to a moth drawn to a flame, it is true in a sense. I have been drawn to your light, so here I am. Tell me about yourself. By mortal standards, I am very, very old, so telling you about myself would take an unreasonably long time. Early Sunset closes his shimmering eyes for a moment. Many of the creatures you call supernatural emerged from the reborn souls of mortals. I am not one of them. I was shaped from a fragment of my home plane, as an embodiment of its principles. An eternity has passed since then, during which I've seen the incredible and witnessed the unbelievable. Gods battling one another, demon lords rising and falling, centuries-long disputes over the fate of the single soul brought before Pharasma's judgment. Yet, despite the breadth of my experience, there are still things in this world that can surprise me. Like you, for instance. Okay. Farewell, and remember I'm here to help. That has yet to be seen. Do you have something to say about this? Nope, okay. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save. And look at this real quick, see if there's any updates to our map. Doesn't seem like it. Seems like everything's still got a few days. Okay. And our resources are okay. We're actually getting material points now, which is great. Okay, let's see if we have enough to make that stable that we want to make. We need 1,000. We need 500 material. Woof. I do not have that much. Okay. The answer is no. Alright, so I'm probably going to end the stream here because we're almost at the 4-hour mark and we just finished up meeting a bunch of people. I feel flushed. I was very caught off by Daeran and the roses. Oh, wait. What's Daeran's gift? An intoxicating yet delicate fragrance rises from the rose petals. Do you think it's possible he drugged the rose petals? Nah, it's not. Daeran would go. Well, Daeran wouldn't do that, right? But yeah, so we went through a lot this scene, met the dragon we're supposed to kill. And next time it seems like we're gonna go hunt down a hag. And a dragon. Seems like a lot to do. Like, hunting demons wasn't enough. But yeah. Calm down. I will be playing tomorrow. He would if he thought it was amusing, you're right. Daeran definitely would. And there's little he doesn't find amusing at other people's expense. But I will also be playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous tomorrow, at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, EST. He said mean girl. That just made Regina Daeran. I don't know why, but I pictured like the major cover for Mean Girls and just Darren's face overlapping the girl in the middle. That's amazing. But yeah, Fox, thank you so much for hanging around as much as you have. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow if you're here. And if not, I'll see you some other time. All the secrets. He has a lot of secrets. Alright. I'll be talking here all day if I stay. Yes, I'll see everybody, tomorrow. Have a good day, okay? Bye.